Check 1 2 1 2, bitch.
What's up, everybody?
What up?
This is episode 140 of the iLLogical Sense podcast. This is your boy Busby.
And over here it's your boy JC No Huddies.
And Martine.
Yo, what up?
How the fuck y'all doing?
Chilling, man.
You know me.
Same here.
I had a very productive ass week.
That's cool.
Week obviously started with my birthday, which we covered last week.
Yeah.
Right.
Then it ended with some quality music.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Funneled into what we'll get into later with the NBA free agency. This week was just, it was great. I finally saw the first episode too of When They See Us.
Did you go driving?
No.
Oh.
You never want to say that something was overhyped, because that's not what I want to say. As far as I was able to tolerate it better than I thought I was going to be able to tolerate it.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to say. And that being said, it's very, very rough watching, because even with that, the first 15 or 20 minutes was basically when you have to make a decision if you're going to continue watching it or not.
So it's kind of like that trial period. Like, if you want to quit now.
Yeah, it's literally like that. Like, it's the first 15 or 20 minutes is
letting you know what's coming.
It lets you know what's about to happen.
Do you want to go any further?
Right.
Yeah, got it.
It's your choice.
One of the boys was a trumpet player, and all of a sudden the cops just slamming his head on the table.
Oh, yep.
It's like,
I would have just.
Okay.
Oh, that's where we're going.
This is where we're going with this? Okay. I mean, the vernacular of how they refer to them. Just
as what?
Animals and...
we're going... Oh.
Like, it went there.
Trying to piss me off.
No, so it definitely does that. It definitely does that, but as I'm watching, I'm like, damn, I didn't even know that about my rights. So, like, I'm watching and I'm like, okay.
Picking up little clues here and there.
This is definitely something that you, like... Obviously, I want to have kids one day, so this would be something that I would want to show my kids.
Oh, yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah.
I want to mentor kids at some point in the near future, so that's something you got to know your rights.
Right.
Yeah.
I had planned to watch it because I started on Wednesday, so I planned to just finish out the week right before free agency. Shit kept happening and popping up, so I was like, you know what? I'll just wait until Wednesday. I'll just make them one a week. I was like, maybe that's God telling me don't do it every single day. Just do it once a week.
Like, just don't put yourself through that shit, man.
Yeah. Do something else with your life.
Right. But no, overall, I mean, shit, it's
a lot.
It's a lot, but it's good. Like, it's the actors really did a great damn job, and that was just the first episode.
Right.
I believe it.
One more thing I want to say too is how they got them is, it's like, damn, that's the system working against you. None of these kids knew all 5 of each other. So, like, only like 1 or 2 knew each other. The other 1 or 2 knew each other. Like, they didn't know them.
Right.
But when they interrogated them, they were going in there saying, such and such said that you were raping her. So then they were able, how they did it was divide and conquer. They scared them, and they were like, look, we know you didn't do it. Just tell us they did it and write it down on paper. So they got all of them to write it down. And the last one, Corey, wasn't even supposed to be there. He went with one of his friends just to go down there to show support.
See, just
but because he got
all
left
that
there,
right now,
they interrogated him.
He
ended up being the final piece that tied it all together.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I'm good off that. That just pissed me off. Well, that pissed me off more than this pissed me off. It's more irritating. My week started off cool.
and then
some shit, wrestling Twitter was going crazy. This is the reason why it all happened, because shit was going on with Seth Rollins. Went on Twitter. Well, actually, his interview came out about what he said about Dean Ambrose, and pretty much said that he took his ball and went home, because when he quit WWE, even though Dean Ambrose contract went up and he didn't throw a fuss or anything, he just left. But Seth Rollins felt the type of way and pretty much said some hoe ass nigga shit. I was like, damn, that's supposed to be your boy. You go and talk shit about him on a fucking Sports Illustrated podcast.
Shut the fuck up. God damn, nigga.
With respect, though, that ain't that.
And that too.
Shots fired.
And
what kind of shit is that?
That's how I was looking at. Like, that's some old hoe shit. So I was talking to somebody on Twitter about it, and someone said, yeah, that's fucked up. I was like, yeah, that's some hoe ass nigga shit. And then within 2 seconds, Twitter just went, you can't say that.
You're fucking out of here, man.
Put you on
It's
timeout.
the fucking gif of the baseball umpire. Boom. You're out.
2 minutes, but like I said, 2 minutes later, Twitter said, you can't say that. Then after that, another notification came up and said, you made violation of, you violated our fucking policy because for hateful speech. So for 6 days, for the rest of the week, you can't tweet, you can't say nothing.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening.
No, more like,
Yeah.
I was like, what? It's like, really? I wasn't even directed it towards anybody, so I guess that's a fucking, what's it called? What
Like your hot word.
my
and
hot
shit,
word,
yeah.
whole
Did you
ass
put it in
nigga.
quotes?
No.
See?
Even if it was
see?
quotes.
When you put stuff in quotes, you're saved.
So, nah, it was still.
Trust me. When you put stuff in
Have
quotes,
you ever been
get
suspended
saved.
again?
Yeah, and my stuff wasn't in quotes. I've noticed when I put stuff in quotes versus when I just say it, I get saved.
Well, lately they've been suspending people.
Quote yourself. Fuck
Yeah.
it.
Lately they have been, well, no, if you quote somebody that, yeah, then nothing will happen. But lately they've been suspending niggas that have been saying just nigga or just cussing. Period. That's what I've been seeing lately. They've just been kind of suspending, and also don't be careful what you upload, like videos and shit like that, because they'll get you for that shit too, for copyright.
Turned into Facebook now?
Wow.
Oh yeah, niggas have been suspended just for posting little video clips. They get suspended for copyright infringement. They suspend their account all the way. So I've been very, very, you know what I'm saying? All y'all, if y'all listen to this people on Twitter, be careful what you upload, because they'll come after your ass. If it's music, video clips, damn near anything, that would be a copyright thing, and they'll take your shit down.
So they'll do that for that, but while you were gone, all these whores came out and were doing all these challenges. Like
I saw
swallowing
those.
cucumbers, licking ice cream in the store, and
I
then
saw
putting it
that.
back.
See, I still
bunch of
saw
other shit, but
everything.
that stayed.
The thing is, I saw everything. I just couldn't say nothing. But then at the same time, I was kind of like, you know what? Ain't shit happening. I ain't missing much. So I unplugged. Like Dave Smith, I'm unplugged, so to speak. Like you, I am free. You gotta say, Neo, congratulations. Thank you.
No, I don't.
You should have just
just
went
did.
with it.
Yeah,
Anyway.
Y'all should
you should have just went with the button I pressed, but you canceled that, so that we're even.
Okay, someone who doesn't fucking watch the damn Matrix. Anyway, yeah, so I kind of unplugged for a bit, and it was kind of cool. I was free. Even though I saw everything, I was free.
I try telling you that all the time.
It's
man.
cool.
Sometimes you just gotta detach. Get
Oh,
away.
I mean, I can still watch, and I might even keep doing that later. I might just keep watching, because then I was just noticing, no one even knows I'm gone. And I was like, you know what? That's the story of a lot of you niggas on Twitter. Y'all can have all say all that shit in the world, but if you disappear, no one will give a flying fuck.
Yeah.
I do that daily though.
Yeah.
Some days I don't even comment. I just read through the shit and then retweet. I mean, obviously retweeting still an access that
Yeah.
you didn't have, but even then,
you
some days
could
I just browse through.
and you can just bookmark. That's all I've been doing, just bookmarking shit. And I had little thoughts, and there was shit people were saying, and it's kind of like, oh, okay, I'm glad I can't say nothing, because people were just saying some stupid shit, stupid.
Sounds like this every other day.
But this one was even stupider.
Like what?
There's just stupid shit. Yeah, I can't even pronounce it. I just saw it, and it's one of those I just kept scrolling, like, y'all niggas.
He said he can't pronounce it. Must have been in Spanish.
Yeah.
Not pronounce it. I can't remember it. I just can't remember it. But I'll be back probably by the time this shit goes up. I'll probably be back. But yeah,
Maybe.
maybe depending. Probably by this week, y'all hear from me on the Twitter. Not now. Anyway.
Yeah.
And how's your week, Nico?
Yeah,
Routine.
I'm always chilling, bro. But you know, the weekend, it's when I gotta come back to work. You know what I'm saying? I was spent literally a whole fucking day working on one song with my boy driving this, man. And actually, shout out to him. It was his birthday
Hey.
just yesterday, the 30th. But yeah, man, we literally spent a whole fucking day working on one track. It was kind of dope though.
Imagine how Dr. Dre feels.
Shit.
Nigga spent a whole year
On
working
a
one
snare.
track.
Real.
On just a snare.
Yeah.
Getting the snare right.
Like, okay, that's good. That's working everything else. Okay, the snare's up. We gotta work that shit again. Like, nigga, whatever.
Reverb.
Oh, you're breathing a little too hard on that. Yep, we gotta do the whole shit again. The whole song. Destroy it.
Yeah, so then yesterday was his birthday, like I said. So we went and had like a little barbecue with a bunch of friends and shit. Everybody was pretty fucked up. It was awesome. It was awesome. Yeah.
It's cool.
It's summertime, man. What you got?
Oh, yeah. If y'all want to be happy for me, I finally got Amazon Prime.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the
Everybody
procedure,
stay
everyone?
calm.
What's the procedure?
Stay calm.
We don't want no call for that.
No, because y'all kept bugging me to get it. So my homegirl let me borrow her shit. So now I'm happy. But there's so much shit on there. Quality shit. It's like, there's this shit.
I wonder what could have told you that.
I already knew there was shit. I already knew, but I didn't want to pay for it. So I don't have to pay for it. I let her borrow my Hulu, and there's shit on Hulu. And then there's shit on Netflix. There's shit everywhere. Quality shit. So,
And then when Disney Plus comes out,
then there's gonna be more shit.
You haven't even tried being. See, he really gonna get it when he's in a pinch, and he's got to buy something that's like ASAP that he can't get in the stores.
Like what?
And he's gonna get the 1 day delivery, and it's gonna really fuck.
I don't care. I don't shop like you. I don't care like that.
I don't shop like that. What I'm saying is like that one item that you fucking need, but the stores don't have, and it's like
What?
it could be anything.
Anything.
That's what I'm saying. Like literally
Headphones.
Yeah.
Oh, I could just go to fucking grocery stores to get my headphones.
See,
all right.
I can just go anywhere. It's just some days it's just whatever. I just want media. That's how it is for me. That's just for me. But anyway, yeah, they have
It's
this.
beautiful when it's Christmas
All right.
shopping time. That's what I'm trying to get.
I
into.
get you.
You ain't got to deal with the stores, and if something gets
Seriously.
sold out in the store, it's gonna be right available right there. You get that
I
one
get
day delivery.
everybody
Yep.
gift cards. So
That's
anyway.
the lamest shit. Anyway,
Mama gets her.
No. Oh, dude, this is what we do on Christmas. My mom sends out an email, what you want. And she puts what she wants, and sometimes it's just like clothes, gym clothes, whatever. So I go get clothes or gym clothes or whatever. And, Merry Christmas.
Give me a hell yeah!
Well, I will tell you, look out on Amazon too during that time because they do offer ridiculous ass discounts. That shit, that Cyber Monday and all that shit. Like,
don't even touch.
Yeah. Okay. That's how I found
Ridiculous.
That's how I found the fucking Black Friday shit for Hulu, the 99 cents a year shit. I was like, oh, word? And it was only online. And I was like, I saw it on Twitter. I was like, that's not real. Oh, this is real. But yeah, I've just been unplugged. I went and saw that Annabelle movie.
No, really.
The what's it called? Annabelle Comes Home or whatever.
Yeah.
Like have you been watching all the Conjuring movies or not?
I haven't been watching them all, but I kind of like know what this one.
You know that La
more or less.
Llorona, the La Llorona shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was part of the Conjuring universe too.
Seriously?
Yeah, I was shocked when I saw that shit because Annabelle randomly shows up. I was like, oh.
Oh fuck.
Because it said it was from the creators.
a trip.
It said it was from the creators of the Conjuring universe, but I was just like, okay, it's just the creators. No, this is in the same universe. They literally made their own MCU horror universe.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was this one. It was cool. It had its moments. It wasn't the first Annabelle was trash. The second one was cool. This one was kind of like middle ground. It was an entertaining watch. Also snuck into not Infinity War. What was it? Endgame again, right? Bro. Tell me why the fucking theater was still fucking. It was damn near halfway packed.
Well, let's think about this for a second. You just said you snuck into it.
That too.
Chances are, those other people probably did too, or some of them at least.
Nah.
You know what I mean? Like
the thing was, they were
why
laughing.
the fuck are you gonna? Well, you already know how I am about seeing movies twice and shit.
It's
But like, why are you
fucking-
gonna go see that shit again?
Because
Like, no, going like the way you did. Good job. Fucking great. But paying for that shit. Nah, bruh.
some of them wanted it to break Avatar's record, and they're very, very close.
That's why I was confused
That's
why you
cool.
were shocked at it. Like, why would you think that you were the only person in
Because
this
the movie's
area?
been out for like how many?
No,
months?
but what I'm saying is, why would you think that you were the only person that wanted to see
I didn't.
that?
No. I didn't say. I didn't think that. I didn't think
time.
the theater was gonna be like empty. I thought it would have been like probably 10 people or whatever.
But it's summertime.
I get it, but there's other movies.
And Marvel is
Toy
Marvel.
Story 4 is coming. Toy Story 4 is out. The fucking Chucky movie's out. There's other movies that are out, and I'm saying this shit's like what 2 months old now, ish. So I was just like, damn. I was just shocked. That's all it was, and I'm like, wow. Anyway, yeah, they added like a fucking. What did they add in there? Like at the very, very beginning before the trailers, Tom Holland came out and said, "Oh yeah, hey guys, there's a spoiler, but here comes the Spider-Man trailer's gonna come on right after this movie goes off." I'm going, y'all motherfuckers should have did that on opening night, but okay. And then they had like a thank you from like the cast and crew and shit like that. Then they showed the movie, then they showed the Spider-Man trailer, and I was like, shit, this movie's still fucking amazing. They said they're pushing for a fucking Oscar nomination. They're trying to push it for the Oscar seasons and shit. Probably like Robert Downey Jr. to get nominated, but
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be fire. But yeah, Spider-Man comes out this week. Actually, Tuesday.
That's fucking crazy.
Today's 4th of July weekend. They're trying to get every fucking penny. Every penny. And I was just watching Netflix and doing the laundry, and yeah, that was my weekend.
I love when the 4th of July is right in the middle of the week.
It's on a Friday. It's on Thursday, right? This year?
Yeah.
This week? Yeah.
Because it affects traffic, and it affects it in a positive way. Because people already start dipping out early.
Yep.
So there's not that many. Like when I went to go check in for my only order today, since we were recording, I only do one order on Mondays.
Yeah.
But when I went to go check in, I was like, where the fuck's the traffic at? Like, usually it takes me anywhere from 30 to 50 minutes, and that's coming from either my place or Larissa's place.
Yeah.
So the fact I got there in 20 minutes,
That's a
Give me a hell yeah!
I was actually offended. I was upset. I was like, damn, I was listening to fucking damn retarded Stugats and then bouncing back and forth with First Take. Like, now I gotta go in here and go wait for, like, come on, man.
Don't you hate that when you
Shit is that?
Yeah.
What kind of shit is
Don't you
that?
hate that when you have your podcasts and shit ready to go and thinking you're gonna like
Yeah.
and you don't want to get interrupted? So okay, I'm gonna have this. I have that. That happens to me at work. I have all my podcasts set up, and then something what happened? I have to take my headphones out. That fucks up my whole flow, my whole fucking shift.
Yep.
That pisses me off, fuckers.
Yeah.
'Cause I wanted to listen to that, listen to that episode, listen to that song. Like, fuck out of here.
Yeah, somebody was bringing up too on Twitter about 4th of July. It's like, you niggas still celebrate 4th of July knowing what this country does? Somebody had to retweet and say, we ain't celebrating the holiday. We celebrating the fact it's a national day off.
Seriously.
That's what it is. That Thanksgiving, Christmas. It's like, come on, bro.
What kind of shit is
What the
that?
fuck you
Yeah,
think this
Christmas
is?
is National NBA Day.
Right?
Happy NBA Day.
And Thanksgiving is National NFL Day.
Yeah,
So shut up
You mean to tell me I get to eat a feast on those
Yeah,
days?
and watch
too?
Okay.
sports.
Yeah.
Sure.
Shit.
Nah,
Open
bro.
up a few gifts. I mean, yeah, man.
Or eat food. Shit, man. But yeah, that was my weekend. Anyway, so another fire festival situation happened.
This shit.
What?
This time it was abroad.
Really?
Oh.
This shit happened in Belgium. Sweden.
I think I kind of saw that.
The
Saw the
Festivale Festival.
Festival.
That already sounds like it's destined for failure.
Yeah. So apparently, this festival was going to have a lineup that included A$AP Rocky, Migos, Cardi B, Meek Mill, Future, and many more. They then went and I couldn't find the video to let the people hear, but they then did a promo
With Cardi B's voice.
with Cardi B promoing the show.
but it didn't
the
sound
problem
like-
is
it was not-
wasn't Cardi B.
it was somebody
It was
else.
a sound-alike.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
my
Cardi B.
God.
So as they're playing it, I'm like, this sounds so bad. But I think the fact that they were in Belgium saved them, because any American would have heard that and be like, "What? Get the fuck out
That
of
ain't
here!"
Cardi. Yeah.
So the tickets then proceeded to sell.
And they were giving them like a whole bunch of stuff like, oh, this is what we're getting. Like, you're going to be
Yeah.
over here. You're going to be over there. All in Cardi's voice, too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Promising this
Cardi,
nice, lavish,
yeah.
this lavish lakeside view. And,
Think Fire Festival.
Just think of the Fire Fest. People got there. First of all, there were no security. Like, no security at all.
So they just showed up.
But
What?
instead it was the police.
Huh?
And the police were turning them away, saying, "Nah, it's not good to be on these grounds. Can't do it."
What kind of shit is that?
Then they found out that the festival did not only not secure security, they didn't get the permit to have the festival at the location.
What kind of shit is that?
Wow.
And as a result of that, when you don't factor those in, that means that the stage that they had presented wasn't safe to perform on.
What kind of
So
shit is
A$AP
that?
Rocky became the first person to announce, I was told by my people that it's not a security purposes are keeping me from performing. And when that took place, that's
was
when
like a
everybody
trickle
had
effect.
realized,
Only person who showed up was
Damn.
Jacquees.
Yeah.
Just to say hi. Just to say hi and bye.
Nigga showed up to sing everybody's songs.
No, I saw the video. He just showed up and saw the fans. I saw fans were on the stage and shit. There was barely anybody there. I was like, how do they keep hustling people like this? That's what I'm saying. That fucking Day in Vegas shit, I'm keeping a close eye on that shit. Even though they're saying it's sold out,
Well, of course it's sold out. If you're saying you only got to put $10 down as a deposit.
Oh, for real.
That's what I'm saying.
I went to go look for the ticket. I wasn't even going to buy them. I just went. I was intrigued just to see it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 2 minutes after they went out, the whole shit was gone.
Yeah, sold the fuck out. I saw it on Instagram.
You mean to tell me? I only got to put down 10? Like if this is all a sham and it's fake, I've only lost out on $10. Cool. I'm definitely running the risk on that.
And how much of the rest is like 800 or some shit?
No,
that was
300 total.
Prices. Oh, 300 total for regular prices. You're telling me
3 days.
You're telling me 300 over 3 days is 100 a day, but I only got to lose $10 just if this shit don't even look right?
Yeah.
No, I'm definitely taking that risk.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That's a regular ass gamble in my eyes.
Yep.
I get you, but I'm still just watching. That's almost on some too good to be true shit, but it is what it is.
I mean, especially having Dreamville on one day in TD. Yeah.
I saw some too good to be true.
That's crazy.
In their defense, though, it would make sense considering...
Oh, yeah, no,
what's going on with Dreamville, which we'll get to later, but it would definitely make fucking sense.
It would make sense. It would make perfect sense. But like I said, too good to be true.
Yeah, so, again, and then at that point, so this obviously took place on a Friday when they realized, oh shit, nobody's coming. By Saturday, Sweden officials had come in and they were like, we're closing everything. This looks like fraud. We're investigating it as fraud, and that's how we're moving from now on.
Shit.
I bet you it was that. Who's that dude that did the Fire Festival? What was his name?
Well, he can't. He's in jail.
But still, he's white. He can still figure it out. Oh, he laid the blueprint down on how to fucking fraud people.
Yeah, his contribution is he gave the blueprint. I highly doubt he was involved with this because he's too busy scamming inmates with the music production shit that they showed at the end of the documentary.
You never know. White people can be really surprising. Shit. Anyway, speaking of light-skinned niggas, Chris Brown dropped music.
It was a great fucking week for music.
It's cool.
Like, there was literally a drop for everybody with a different style.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. For sure.
Literally. Like, if you wanted the all-around mainstream sound, there was Chris Brown. If you wanted nothing but just raps,
it's Freddie Gibbs.
Gibbs and Madlib. Mm-hmm. If you wanted more of a party sound, it was Mustard. If you wanted that real intimate R&B type sound, it was Daniel Caesar. And then I found out Pacman da Gunman, who of course is signed to Nipsey and All Money In, he dropped something. I don't know if he dropped it this weekend or last weekend, but he dropped something. So there was clearly something for the streets right there. Like literally, like there was, and that's not even including. That's not even including J Balvin and Bad Bunny.
Shit, I forgot all about that.
On an international scale.
You're the one that told us about it.
No, I did not.
Oh.
No, I'm the one that
mentioned it.
No, but in the group chat.
I brought that up.
He did.
But you said whatever. Don't matter.
Nah, I just said it was cool. That was it.
I said something English. I like it. What I say in the chat? Well, I don't want to say it.
You said you only listen to music in English, and then I called you Maggot Busby.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whole ass.
Anyway, Chris Brown. Let's start off with Chris Brown. His anthology fucking series, his Lord of the Rings shit. His 35 track album epic, Indigo. Whatever.
Close enough.
Close enough. Round up.
Royalty. I didn't feel royalty at all when he dropped that.
Me neither.
When he did Heartbreak on a Full Moon, I definitely liked the songs, minus one, of course, because one features.
No, you got to double.
So I definitely liked the songs. It was the execution of it. It was like, fam, this is
too much.
This is way too fucking much.
Too fucking much.
45 records, and then when it came time for Christmas, he's like, hey, here's another 12. Merry Christmas. Like, all right, bro. All right.
Yeah, so like all 50 bucks. Like 50 tracks.
Yeah, so there was 57 tracks there.
His whole recording sessions, pretty much.
Yeah.
For real.
Then remember, the Heartbreak sessions leaked. So those were another 50 records that got leaked out.
Oh,
that leaked?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there were 50 records that didn't make the album that were leaked out.
So
it was literally like, this nigga was going through is the R&B Lil Wayne right now. That run that Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
That sounds legit.
Yeah.
And it's all quality songs.
Because it's quality songs. It's
and
just
he's still
overload.
on features.
And the features.
That nigga must be sniffing some good coke. That's some good ass coke.
Not to mention the joint projects. Because remember, him and Tyga did the Fan of the Fan album the same year Royalty dropped. Then he did another joint project with Ray J. Then he did something else for somebody that we only cared about because Chris Brown was involved.
Right. Oh, the Dana Lee. Oh, that was earlier, but he's just...
No, he did a full-fledged project with somebody else, too.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Oh, wasn't like a rapper or some shit?
So,
See, it don't even matter. But just the fact that he was doing it, it's like, bro, he's literally.
They still got something on deck
non-stop.
with Jordan Lucas coming out pretty soon. Because they got that.
Yeah, that's right.
The Heaven and Hell or whatever that theme going on.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, looking at it and I'm like, all right.
He's sniffing that good coke, bro. Sniffing that good.
Man.
That's
so
good.
going into this project, I was like, okay, let's see what's happening now.
Well,
again, I like the songs. It was just,
how is he gonna execute this?
how do you execute this? I finished those 32 tracks and I bought the fucking album.
You finished all 30 in one sitting?
Wow.
Not only did I finish it in one sitting, I waited 2 minutes. I pressed play again, and I went right back. And the reason why I waited 2 minutes is because the album was downloading after I bought it.
You wildin'. That's 2 hours.
Wow.
And you just spent 4 hours listening to Chris Brown.
Yes.
Doing his ooh yes.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I was so fucking impressed with what he did on that album, because this is pretty much the condensed version of what Heartbreak on a Full Moon was. Because then when I looked at the track list, I'm like, okay. If we were doing physical copies, this is a double album.
Yeah.
It's 15 tracks on the first quote-unquote disc.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
20 or 14 tracks on the quote-unquote second disc, and then there's 3 bonus tracks. So once it was able to that, I was like, you know what? I've done double albums where I could listen to that kind of, okay.
Yeah.
So now I know where one ends. Now I know that it's not a run-on. They're starting brand new. So when I went into the listening project with that, it was like, fam, this nigga can't fucking miss.
Well,
he can't miss.
That's crazy.
well, to me, I listened to it. I got to like 20 songs, and that's when. And on the first listen, I got to like 20 songs, and then I was fatigued. I'm like, you know what? I'm over this now. It's like the first. At first, it was like the first 20 songs. I was just like, okay, I'm fatigued now. I'm done. And then when you told me it was only the 15 songs on the first disc, I was like, okay. So then I went back one day and listened to the first 15 songs. And the first 15 songs on there, I'll say even 16 with Juice. If you make Juice like a bonus track or whatever, that shit is just fucking perfection. Even fucking Wobble Up, even though it's still trash, but in album terms or whatever,
Album context.
the context
it's good.
of the album, it was a nice transition into it. We're in July now, so
I get it.
that song's going to work in the summertime. Women are in bikinis.
I get it.
They want to dance.
I get it.
They
but
got the
females love.
Song's going to work.
I get it. Females love trash niggas too, but they love trash ass songs, and that song is still trash.
Well, don't just hold that to females.
To me.
I'm a male, and there's some trash ass songs that I will bump.
I get it.
the
But I'm
radio.
talking
So it's not
specifically
saying-
this song.
Okay,
But
you gotta clear that up, because you can't just say
I'll say what
females
I
like
want.
trash ass songs and then like
Trash ass
nah.
niggas.
No, you said songs too.
No, I said
I don't
I
like
s-
trash ass niggas. I don't like niggas in general. So
Well,
let's
I
clear
hope
that up.
not.
Well, what do you mean? What?
Anyway, it was
On a side note, what happened if who cares?
I don't care. Anyway, like I was saying, yeah, just that song. But everything else, that was just like, mwah, that was just great. And if you would have just ended it there, I would have been happy. I would have called it one of the best albums. The second disc from You Like That all the way down to the end, there was some good joints here and there, like Undecided, Side Nigga, and, you know, the early 2K with Tank. After that, I was going like, he could have kept some of these on the vault.
The fact that Undecided is the 23rd track listed on this
Yeah, that was the
project
first single.
Wow.
That was the first single, man.
incredible to me. The fact that No Guidance, to me, is barely cracking the top 5 records on this album is incredible to me.
Barely cracking. What do you think is better than that?
Fam, I believe Come Together with Her
That's a great track.
is a great fucking track and one of the standouts. Mm-hmm. Juvenile and Juicy J on Emerald just came out of fucking nowhere and destroyed that shit.
Yeah, Red fucking fire too.
Red is one of the... Red might be in his top records all time.
Like I said, on the first disc, from track
with
1,
Gunna.
yeah,
Heat with Gunna
that was
is
alright.
incredible.
that was all right.
That shit is incredible.
That was alright.
Because you already know what Chris Brown can do when he's serenading on a record. To bounce off of a nigga like Gunna, who then does his type of... That was a nice-ass balance.
That was cool. We already know No Guidance, so...
Don't check on me with Bieber.
Girl in My Dreams is my shit. That
Girl,
song,
My Dreams is dope. You haven't heard it, Martine?
Yeah.
Sorry enough, I kid you not, he flipped the grinding beat, put a saxophone behind it, and floated throughout the whole fucking song.
What?
Yeah, that was a good song.
floated
all you
throughout
needed-
the whole goddamn song.
all you needed was a
I
Pusha T
wanted so
verse.
badly to be like, nigga, why would you use grind? And then the saxophone came on, and I was like, okay.
All you needed.
And then he started singing. I was like, fam.
All you needed was a
okay,
Pusha T
dog.
verse. All you needed was a Pusha T verse on that shit.
I was like, all right, bro. The samples on this shit too, man. Like, these are some well-known ass samples. I know you still feel a way about Lil Jon because of what happened with Mac
Yeah.
Dre.
Yes.
But how they put Temporary Lover, that's some shit. That was some shit. Because it's a sample that all of us know we've heard, even if you
Right.
don't know who sang it, you've heard it.
Yeah.
And how he flipped that and turned it into a dirty party song.
yeah, that was a good song.
Like,
See,
god damn.
him working with Chris Brown like that
That
that works. You know what I mean?
course,
Like that,
yeah.
yeah. Mac Dre's another story, but anyways,
Yeah,
I
but
digress.
Girl of My Dreams, that's one of my favorite tracks. I fucking love that record. Don't Check on Me with Bieber, and he's no longer Kid Ink. He's just Ink now, I guess.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, he took out the kid. He's no longer
Just
Kid.
Ink.
He's a boy. He's a man now. He's Man Ink.
Ink Man.
Ink Man. Ink Man.
Calling on Ink Man.
Yeah, but like I said, Sorry Enough and Juice, like I'm saying, on those 16 tracks, on the first disc, that's like, if
Well,
that was
and
just
you're
one disc,
trying
if
to-
that was
you're
just
trying to
one
make
disc,
your own-
that's mine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm telling for the listener because what you got to remind them.
Oh, yeah,
it
yeah.
ends at Strong Enough. So then it
Yeah,
goes
Strong Enough. Juice could have been a fucking bonus track, is what I'm trying to say.
Right.
Because that shit's fucking fire. That could have been a good ending to it.
Now I will say, the fact that the first 5 tracks, which include Juice, on the second part, the fact that it's all, Caribbean, that type of vibes. On one hand, I can see how it becomes redundant to people. On the first listen, it kind of did it for me until I realized where the break was. Then on the second listen, I was like, I can still fuck with it because we're in the summertime right now. And that's the thing too. Like all these records, I've seen a lot of people say, "Oh, this is playlist music." It's playlist music.
Kinda is.
Fam, I know what a playlist is. I've never heard an album that has this amount of length and all this shit is flowing into each other. So that's the difference. It's the flow of it all.
Yeah, it
that
does good
separates it from just
transitions.
playlist music to, okay, this is an album.
Gotcha.
Like, it's not just, you know how, what was the last time where you said, Tyga. Where Busby said, oh, you could just put it on shuffle and it all flow.
Yeah.
This one, no, you actually got to play it in the order
Really?
for it to flow.
Nah, you can still put this on shuffle and you won't tell the difference.
Nah.
To me,
Nah.
you can, like the album, the first disc, it's fire to me. The first disc is nothing but fire. The second disc is like blah. But if you put this on shuffle, you dead ass probably could not tell the difference. I still feel that way.
No, because the way that Come Together into, like, I can't imagine Come Together going into Wobble Up.
I probably could.
That wouldn't make any sense. Like, they're
You say so.
If you
They're
say so.
two completely different records. Like, even though Temporary Lover has a part, it's a party record,
Right.
But even though it still has that R&B level that kind of bridges the gap to get away from her because she's featured on that record.
Okay.
It bridges the gap to get from her to Lil Jon, to then
get
go
you.
into Juicy J and Juvenile. So that's what I'm saying. Like, technically, you probably could. To me, it wouldn't sound right.
Yeah,
Because
I get it.
They're literally bridging.
I get it. I'm just,
transition.
Yeah,
like for the
I get
average listener, if they just want to just listen to this album and you see all these songs, I'll just put this shit on shuffle and just go about my day. And you probably really could not tell the difference.
Well, shit, man. I mean, I'm gonna take a 8-hour drive to San Diego this weekend, so I mean, I might just play that once.
And shuffle or all the way through.
No, all the way
Yeah.
through. And
Yeah.
then I'll let you know what I think.
Yeah,
Break-
but
we'll
like I
break this
said,
tie.
on the first half, love it. Second half, I could have done with a lot of these tracks.
Second half, man, I mean, Troubled Waters is amazing. Lurking with Tory Lanez, I like them two together.
Yeah, I like this. I like them together.
Trust Issues and Act In. Like, a lot of these two, they're double songs.
Yeah, he put the 2020
Yeah,
experience.
no, I'm
shit.
kind of looking at the
So-
track list right now.
So on one hand, like, some of these songs, like, they shouldn't even be going together, but the fact that there's that little transition into
Yeah.
one another.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they would have took up disk space.
BP and No Judgment is good.
Yeah, that was cool. Side nigga's cool. I like side nigga.
Trey Songz, and that song with Trey Songz, the Sexy Joint, they gotta find a way to turn that to a single.
That was an of me, but
Nah, they gotta find a way to turn that
to
into
me
a
that
single.
was an. Early 2K was cool with Tank.
I thought that one was, I was a little on the fence with that one, but it worked.
Like I said, Play Ketchup was a nice ending, I guess. But like I said, Chris Brown, I don't know how he does it. It was cool. Like I said, the first half, that would have been just great. I would have called it one of the best albums of the year. Second half is what kind of kills it. Not to me, it kind of just goes like blah to me. But the first half, I'll go back and listen to the first half. That shit's just great.
Yeah, no,
really great.
I went into this thinking, okay, what can I find to put into a playlist? And again, I left and I bought the album. This is the first album I bought this year.
From Chris Brown?
No, this is the first album I bought, period, this year.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
So off that definition, this is the top of my list.
You gave Chris Brown that much, huh?
Wow.
He left me little choice. Like literally, when I'm
there's a
when
choice.
I'm listening again, he
always
left me
a
little
choice.
choice.
Well,
I didn't
there's
say I
always a
didn't have a
choice.
choice. I say he left me little choice.
There's always a
Right.
choice with me.
So that's you.
Yep.
But you're also a person that would rather prefer to have the physicals or nothing at all. So
Even then.
there's
Even
that.
then, if I'm on the fence of the first disc and I just want the first disc, I would just want the first disc and that's it. Not the whole shit.
But see, to me, that would be counterproductive because each one's what, 99 cents, 129.
Yeah.
So
Again,
you basically pay $12.99. You get the second disc. You do whatever
I
you want.
don't
with it,
really
you know what
care
I'm
about it.
Like,
That's what I'm
Delete
saying.
the shit.
Yeah.
Then why
Delete
buy
it
it?
for all you care,
Then
but-
why buy it? Don't give me. I give you half the money.
No, but
Because
that's
you're gonna end up paying more.
what I'm saying. So
if you only get like the first.
if each one's
16 or
99
whatever.
cents, you're paying like 17
The point
bucks.
I'm trying to say is it's not worth my money like that.
Well, that's fine.
The first time, that's to you. That's just to you. But to me,
I'm talking
the first-
about my list. I
Yeah,
didn't say
your
anything
list.
about you.
I
But
get
you interrupted me when I was talking about my
I
list.
get you. I get you.
So I'm saying, off of definition, yeah, this is up there for me. And I was not anticipating that going into this weekend. But it's up there. And I gotta give this nigga a round of fucking applause for that. Because again, I was going into this just anticipating, okay, let me find the tracks I can put into a playlist.
Yeah, especially it being as long as it is. I
Yeah.
get that idea and shit.
Bruh,
Yeah.
Come Together with Her is probably one of the best songs I've heard this year.
Well, that's a good song.
That's crazy.
really good song.
You knew they would work together. And in some cases, you're probably like, Her's probably going to outshine him. This
Yeah.
is foreshadowing how she's going to sound with superstars. Because as of now, she's been on records where she's just been on, kind of her peers. And obviously she's on a different level from her peers.
Right.
This is what it fully sounds like to be with a fucking superstar that has put in years ahead of her. Not only does she sound...
She sounds perfect with
She
him.
sounds perfect with them, but it's the fact that she doesn't outshine them. So at the same time, it reminds you she's still evolving into her own.
Right.
Because this is now, like, again, she shines, but then it's the Chris Brown effect where it's like, he's still that nigga.
Yeah.
Like I said last week after that BT performance, her is approaching Miseducation levels right
Yeah.
now. I'm not gonna say Lauryn Hill. I'm just gonna say Miseducation because if you say Lauryn Hill, that's a bad news.
The fact, again, I can't help but go back to Juvie and Juicy J. Just like revitalizing the transition from the 90s into the 2000s.
Right.
Like they brought that.
Nina Stack was a good record too.
Yeah.
Wayne and
All I Want with Tyga, they sample How's It Going Down, DMX.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what Chris Brown's singing. All I Want Is You. That's the hook.
Like I said, the first
Oh shit.
Yeah.
first 15, whatever, 16. Mwah! That's just,
Like I said, by the time you get to, honestly, for me, by the time I got to No Guidance, I was like, oh yeah, No Guidance is here.
Yeah, I'll skip that one.
No. Well, you'll skip it. But what I'm saying
I'll
is,
skip that
what
one.
I'm saying for me, I was like, I called No Guidance the summer. This is the song of the summer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, No Guidance is on here. That's how I got.
Fuck.
It was at that point when I was like, okay, if I hear 3 more tracks, I gotta buy this.
like I said, Chris
And
Brown.
yeah, by the time I got down to it, when I got to the grinding sample on Sorry Enough, I was like, all right, bro. Like, let me finish this album. Yeah.
Chris Brown.
Purchase.
That's the Anakin Skywalker, man. That is Anakin Skywalker's music right here. Chris
I mean,
Brown.
when he's on,
When he's on,
Like,
period.
I think.
Yeah, Coke could do that.
Yeah.
See, Coke would definitely do that, but at the end of the day, that's natural God-given talent.
That too.
Yeah, nah, for
That's
sure.
got
Yeah.
like Coke can only take you so far.
But Coke,
But I'm
depending
just
on
saying,
what kind of Coke.
It'll put you on.
And weed.
Yeah, those will only take you so far
Yeah,
if you
nah,
don't
I feel
have
you.
the natural God-given talent.
Of course.
Like I said, that's the Force, man. He's like I always said, he is Anakin Skywalker, man.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, on Joe Budden podcast, I think Maul brought up a good point where he might be the most underrated superstar.
Well,
because then I started thinking about it, and I was like, because again, we talked about how artists, they do all these long ass records because the streamings are paying them literally fractions on fractions
Yeah.
of a penny of a dollar.
Yeah.
So then I started thinking about it, and I'm like, you know who would do some shit like this if they were put in this position to have to make that kind of money?
Who?
Prince.
Oh yeah, obviously.
Oh.
He would hella
Prince
do it.
would have been somebody that would have been like, okay, you want to cheat me? I'm like, cool. Let me just take all of the recordings.
Fuck.
Let me figure out which are the best ones. Let me sell it, and then I'm gonna go on tour for a year, and then stop me from getting my money. So I had to
And
analyze
also,
it and look
he
at it.
got his masters too.
Right, he has his masters.
Yeah.
So I had to analyze it and look at it from that standpoint, where it was, okay, I got to give him that because somebody that we herald and we, you know, that's a legend
Right.
in all of music. If given the circumstances, you got to kind of say, okay, well, if Michael, Prince, and all those, if they were given what these artists are given today, how would they have maneuvered?
And also, I don't think Chris,
You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
get
not
you what
free.
Chris Brown's saying how he's underrated because also he's low-key a jackass and he does shit beyond the mic booth that makes people look at him sideways. And then you see all this music, man, fuck this nigga, I ain't gotta help him. But until you actually listen to the music and you know how to do, like, he did some shit already, fucking separated. But he did some shit on Instagram the other day and it's just like, dude, every time I want to like you, you take one step forward and then moonwalk the fuck
But
back.
see, to me, some of the stuff he's done recently, it hasn't been bad. It's actually been some shit that's
He was talking about black women's hair and shit, man.
no, not that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about
that.
the Victor Cruz shit.
That shit
He was blocked.
Oh, yeah.
He gets blocked by Carucci, so then he goes to Victor Cruz's IG,
Right.
and then comments on it, and then everybody bashes him like, leave him alone. But then the next day, Victor Cruz stepped out looking like a construction worker, and it was like,
That still makes
Yeah,
Chris Brown
right, because everybody started
Seriously.
trashing him, and it's like, huh?
No, that still
like,
make
yeah,
Chris Brown look
told
like
you.
that still make Chris Brown look out to be a fucking stalker asshole. Like, let's not forget, Carucci still has a fucking restraining order on his ass. Don't mean to put that out there, but it's still out there.
Yeah.
And he's still done some fucked up shit. I mean, but like I said,
But
he's
that- I haven't-
he's been quiet.
Exactly.
Besides
I'm
that
going
shit,
off of what we've seen lately.
he's been quiet. And
Yeah,
the shit
not
he
much
did with
lately.
He has
Offset,
been
the stuff
quiet.
with Offset and shit, that was warranted. The Carucci fucking Victor Cruz, that was stupid. That's some hoe ass shit.
But it was funny.
I guess to an
Funny's
extent.
funny.
It was funny,
To an
man.
extent, it was funny. And then recently, right when the album comes out, he's fucking cussing out fucking black women for some shit he said in Wobble Up about their hair and shit like that. And I'm just like, shit. He just won't change. Somebody really got to knock you the fuck out. But whatever. The music is
would do
cool. You know, not yet. Karma always catches up somehow, some way. But when it comes to this album, Indigo, it's cool.
But see, that's the thing with him, though. When he does it, he's not doing it for clout.
Because
You gotta at
Yeah.
least give him that. When somebody comes to him, he's ready for it.
yeah, on social
He's ready
media,
to get
he
out
is.
the studio and
yeah.
say, if you want to take it there, we can take it there.
Yeah, I ask Offset.
Now, if we're talking about the stalking and all that shit, of course, I'm not defending that. I
Right.
never ever defend that. But anybody else that stepped to him that's of the same gender,
Oh yeah, ask
you gotta give him
Offset.
credit because he'll talk it and be like, all right, I'm done talking. Just meet me here.
Right.
And nobody's met him there yet.
Also,
so
he literally begged Offset to come to his house. Gave
So
him his address.
I get what you're saying, which
I
is
get it.
on one hand, it's
gonna-
somebody's gonna walk
I'm
up to
gonna
him
say
and do
he's
it.
gonna test the wrong person.
On the
That's
flip
what I
side,
mean to say.
he's been telling people I'm here and nobody's accepted that.
I'm saying he's gonna test the wrong nigga one day. That's all I'm gonna say. Just one day, we're gonna see on TMZ. Chris Brown gets knocked the fuck out. Exactly those
Or we
words.
see this motherfucker high off his ass on coke and he's Super Saiyan. It could go both ways.
Either way,
Motherfucker turning into Superman and shit.
Yeah.
like,
either way.
bro.
And he's always tested it, but you know, God will answer your prayers one day. But anyway, music is good. Indigo, Chris Brown. That's a round of applause.
If motherfuckers needed any kind of indication of who was the R&B king of this decade,
That's Chris
even
Brown.
if you didn't even like the second half of the album or you were just kind of feeling it, those records officially put that shit to sleep.
Yeah, the
like
first
it's
16
done.
Yeah.
The first
There's no
16
going back
is
from
just, it's great. That is just perfection. And he should have just left it there. But nope. We had to just keep putting crack on it. Put some more crack on it. Just put some more crack. More crack. Some people like crack. Some people don't. You just stuff your face in there like Scarface.
That I'm not
cool.
gonna complain about though, because again, I'm looking at it from the cheat code standpoint.
I get it.
In the fractions,
Yeah.
you gave me an album's worth of fucking quality. So now I'm kind of looking at the second album where it's kind of like, all right,
Not me.
okay.
If I get on Drake,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
because
Nah, I got
you've
you.
already given me an album's worth of quality.
Yeah.
So
sometimes
for the second one, I mean, come on, like how often do you get an actual double disc album
that's
where you're like all the songs, yes, all of them?
the last person that did that to me was Game on Documentary Truth.
See, I didn't like 2.5.
You wildin'.
I like songs on 2.5. I didn't.
Oh, you are
I didn't like
wildin'.
2.5.
As a collection, yeah, I like 2.5 and 2. Don't get me wrong.
I like them
shit, but
both, and 2.5
there
especially.
would be still songs that I would skip.
Yeah.
But
You know what
not
I mean?
no, that was a great album just to me. But anyway, let's get besides the point. Chris Brown, round of applause. Anyway, more music drop. If you want to get into that rap shit, Freddie Gibbs and Madlib finally dropped their shit.
Bandana.
Yeah,
Followed to
Bandana.
Pinata.
And then just the year after Daytona.
I don't know what that had to do with
I don't know,
it.
it rhymed.
But yeah, this is
This is straight rap. This is straight rap music.
for those who enjoyed not West Side Gun, but Benny the Butcher last
yeah,
week. If you enjoyed the EP last week, oh my god. What I loved about this album is that it's purposely mixed like an old Wu-Tang album.
Like very gritty.
It's very dusty.
Lo-fi.
Lo-fi. It sounds grimy and dirty, but when you listen to the production, and of course I think it's safe to say that each one of us here has a high level of respect for Gibbs and what he's been doing over his career.
Yeah, no,
so
for
when
sure.
you factor in his voice, which I feel is one of the top 10 voices of this decade for hip hop, I feel like his voice is up there because it's just, you hear it, it commands respect, you got to listen to it.
Right.
So when you factor those in and you press play, because the first track is just an interlude track.
Yeah.
You go on the freestyle shit, you know what time it is.
Yeah, nothing but
Just
rip
sit
rap.
down and just start listening to the raps.
Serious.
That's all it is. And it was to the point where some of these songs ended where the track in his earphones would end and he would talk and be like, oh shit, I fucked up. Nah, I'm done talking.
Yeah.
And then it would go to the next track.
One
So they didn't even edit it out.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
damn. Nah, but like you said, though, back to the production. Like, you said that it was dope, and yeah, I agree with you. It fucking flowed perfectly. I love that shit. He did all that on his fucking iPad.
Madlib did all that shit on
What
his
kind of
iPad.
shit is
Yeah.
that?
That was
That's
crazy.
fucking nuts,
That's
dude.
technology for your ass. If you had the technology, just fucking do it. Fuck it.
Seriously.
And he did all that on the iPad and then just send it to Gibbs to record. Hey, man.
Technology's been a great gift and a curse to, I mean, everything in general, but music specifically. 'Cause on one hand, you get cats that, you shouldn't be touching that until you learn some lessons.
Fruity Loops.
Right.
On the flip side, you get somebody like Madlib,
Yeah.
Master.
Seriously.
who knows what he's doing and can do it while he's on the train or on
he's at home on a plane,
Right.
whatever. When he's on, that's like the new fucking raps for producers now.
Dog,
Take out your iPad, put your headphones on, and just.
The transition from half main, half cocaine.
Oh, that was cool.
That was nice.
I was doing laundry, and the transition. I took the shirt and I was like, "Fam, come on now, what are we doing here?
rapping.
Like, what's
You do
really going
come on,
on,
man. No, Madlib wasn't rapping.
yeah,
He's
Freddie
fucking with my
Gibbs.
mind at that point.
Yeah, that beat transition was pretty far.
So, man, what's going on here? We'll get to the track you want to talk to in a minute. But fake names, Flat Tummy T, Giannis with Anderson .Paak.
That was all right.
That shit was hard.
Yeah,
That
because
shit
I didn't know
fucking
where he
hard,
was
man.
going with it until he said why he ain't no G like Giannis, and I was like, oh, okay.
I like Cataracts.
Motherfucker.
Cataracts was my favorite one.
Goddamn is smooth. Freddie always has a smooth ass track that you can perfectly ride to, and goddamn was that for me.
The Education with fucking Mos Def, aka Usain Bey and Black Dot.
Yeah.
That was a great record, especially when they pause and then it's like silence. That's like the new Bryson Tiller. Don't. It was just like
Right.
an education.
Right. And then, of course, we don't need to say much about Crime Pays because Crime Pays was the official first drop from the project.
Oh, I didn't hear that,
we've
so
been-
that was new for me. So
Oh, wow.
hey, yeah, I know.
I didn't listen to any of the.
Yeah, that
I
was
didn't
really listen
Crime
to
Pays
things
was
like
out
that.
for like 3 weeks.
Oh yeah, yeah. That one,
shit.
Crime Pays. Yeah. I thought
the
you
one they
meant
did the
other
video
one.
for and everything.
Yeah.
No, it's been out for a while. Mm-hmm. But then we get to Palmotive. Palmolive. Thank you.
Yeah, it's the fucking
Almost upside
the
down.
soap.
Yeah. So we already knew that. Just looking at the track list, it was like this nigga put
So Pusha T and Killer Mike.
together.
You know you're gonna get a whole bunch of.
Yeah.
Seriously.
So then Gibbs starts rapping, and I'm listening to Gibbs. I'm like, fuck you, bruh. Nigga, this shit's cold. Then Killer Mike comes on and does the hook. That's when I look at the time of the track, and I'm like, wait a minute, there's only enough space for one more verse.
And you already know.
Killer Mike's only doing the hook.
And And then Pusha T comes in and he just literally probably gives one of the best verses of his career.
Yeah.
He was just in a zone. Somebody done pissed him off. I don't know what it was, but fucking Pusha.
Yeah.
He even said it on the song.
Yeah.
Shit, man.
was in the middle of that, and I got so offended and so angry, and I looked at I was playing it on my Sonos speaker. I said,
The bitch.
who the fuck is you? Who pissed you off to make my face do this? God damn you,
said-
Pusha. God damn you.
He said the bass on my belly and below due to Tinashe. The bitch told me two-tone rollies was too blase.
Yeah.
And then what was the other one? He said, I was snowfall and Reagan gave me the visual. Obama opened the doors knowing I was a criminal.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's just like, it was just, I was listening to that like,
Bars.
ugh.
Fucking bars, man.
Bars are like somebody done pissed him off. Like he wanted to prove a point. First there was what's it called, Benny the Butcher verse. Then it was this verse, and it was just like,
Yeah.
in proper use, because it just I ran it back. I ran that shit back like 5 times. Just his verse, he was just like,
Yeah.
and what's funny about this is, so I was looking at the track list when it started playing. So when Gibbs is rapping, the first thing came to my mind, I was like, damn, this sounds like could have floated on Daytona.
And
then that's
both
when-
those tracks.
Well, listen, but then that's when Killer Mike came in. That's when I realized, oh, this is the collab track. Okay.
Gotcha.
Now I know why it sounds like that.
Yeah.
All right, got it. Mm-hmm. Then he came on, did what he did. Then I got fed up. I got upset
I guess.
because you can't do that when I'm folding clothes, bro.
Pusha T don't
Now
give
my
a
shit's
fuck.
wrinkled again.
He don't give a shit about your clothes, man.
Now my shit's
Shit.
wrinkled. The coke white tees is I gotta. Nah, fuck that.
Yeah.
Nigga owes me something.
Holy shit.
Because that shit was incredible.
That was a great ass verse. That was a real great verse. The whole album, to me, you like the album, has to grow on me a bit. I've been listening to it. It's a great album, great sounding album, but I was looking on Twitter, when I was watching from the rafters like Sting, and niggas were calling it, oh, this is this year's Daytona.
No.
I ain't gonna say all that shit now. It's a great album to me, but it ain't touching Daytona. And I'm trying to see what you guys hear with just besides that verse, just what's grabbing. It's a good album, don't get me wrong, but it's just, I don't know, maybe I'll just need just a little bit more. But that's just me, because you listen to Gibbs for like a long time. I don't really listen to Gibbs like that.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
To me, this is Gibbs at his. This is like, if motherfuckers didn't listen to Gibbs before, he's on the map now.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is
for
his.
sure.
This is his best project in his catalog, as far as I'm concerned.
okay.
And I've already
agree with you.
and I thought Pinata. I thought it was a toss up between Pinata and Shadow of a Doubt because they both dropped the same year. A lot of people overlooked. I fucking love Shadow of a Doubt. That album was amazing and had so many dope features on it, including E40, Black Thought.
Oh yeah, he also
Like,
he also shouted out Jack on this album.
Yeah. So to hear him in this mode is like, okay, now I'm done with this. You know what? Time out. Let me get out of Apple Music. Let me go to the iTunes store because I gotta buy this too. So off of definition,
Off principle.
you
You just have to buy it.
Indigo and Bandana are in my top 2 this year.
Albums?
Whoa.
Yes.
Okay. That's a big saying for you.
Look,
So far, though, you know what I mean?
So
Yeah,
far.
It's July now, so, you know what I mean? You still got a
So
little bit of
I
time.
hesitated. I was
So
like,
far.
whoa.
It's a wait.
Again, you can feel how you want to feel. I'm not trying to change your mind.
get
I'm
it.
talking about, for me,
Yeah.
this is him at his best.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Then you factor in he's on Madlib. Like, him rapping was already him rapping. Then you factor in the Madlib beats.
From the iPad. That shit is always gonna blow my mind, dog.
Yeah.
But,
Hey man, if you got the skills for that, that's cool.
Shit.
Anyway, so Muttered on a Beat, ho.
Give me a hell yeah!
Let's leave it like that. Mustard dropped his, what is it, the second collab album? The second
third.
collaboration?
Collab.
This is the second
These are
collab?
his albums.
These are his albums.
Albums,
I
but
think this is his third one.
third
This
one?
is third.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, perfect 10. And I came into this one expecting just typical Mustard shit. So I was like, okay, whatever. The intro with One Take J. I know why he's One Take J. That dude was spitting.
Yep.
He was fucking spitting on that. Pure Water was kind of cool with Migos. On God! He was.
God, I hate when you do that shit.
On God! It's a
I told y'all
slapper.
about that track. That shit's gonna stand out this summer.
And what was Burgundy's in the Face? Who was featured on that one?
Nav.
I saw Nav and I laughed.
Oh,
and
Nav.
Then it played,
Yeah.
and I was like, fuck.
Yeah, he blends into that shit.
He's great on hooks.
Oh yeah, that's what he's good for. Just features.
He's amazing on hooks.
Niggas, I was seeing on Twitter people saying, "Damn, Nav grew on me."
He didn't grow on me.
He ain't grow on
but I
me.
will give him his props for that song. For his
Yeah.
contribution to that song, I will give him his props.
Yeah, and yeah. Who else on Playboy Cardi? A Boogie with the Hoodie. That was a good ass song. Interstate 10 with Future was pretty decent.
That shit was sick.
Yeah,
I didn't expect it to sound that good, to be honest with you. I was
Yeah.
like, let's see how Future sounds on a mustard beat like that. You know what I mean?
One band with Meek Mill, YG, and Quavo was cool. Whoa with Young Thug and Gunna. That was fucking fire. I never thought I'd ever say that about a Young Thug record, but that shit was fire.
Yep.
Surface with Ty Dolla $ign and LMA. That was just beautiful.
They're nice together.
Yes.
They really are. They should drop an EP together.
Like
They really should.
So on
That'd
one
be
hand,
fucking tight, man.
on one hand, Chris Brown and her are probably the best mix I've heard thus far. Because I've heard Chris with LMA on the fucking whatchamacallit bullshit, whatever. It was nice. It was whatever. Him and her sound great. Ty and LMA together sound incredible.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
That was cool. Ballin' with Roddy Ricch was
Roddy
decent.
Ricch showed his ass.
Yes, he did.
He showed his ass on that.
And
Then
then
trying to tell you.
You ain't gotta try to tell me, I know.
he told us since the beginning of the
to
year.
The people.
Okay.
Like, I've been
No,
trying
you
to
gotta
tell-
say it right.
Yeah.
To the people. And then, surprisingly, Perfect 10 with Nipsey Hussle, which was a nice, God bless his soul, it was a nice, smooth record, but it's only like one verse from Nipsey and a hook, and then a whole bunch of clips from his interviews and shit, and you could tell that shit wasn't even done. But that was a good closing record. It was cool.
Yeah. No, off of first listen, because I wasn't really paying attention to it, it sounded like, okay, this, alright, I'm kind of not feeling this. But then when I went and replayed it and I actually had time to sit with it, chill with it, and actually pay attention to it, I was like, alright, this was one that I shouldn't have just pressed play while I was in the middle of doing stuff.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Because now I had time to actually digest it, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, this is a good album.
Yeah.
This is actually a really good album.
Yeah.
Well, that was a good round of applause for Mother.
I fuck with it.
Yeah.
Hope.
Was it on the beat? Hope.
I still got what is it? So this is his third one. So
I don't really rank the other one. I didn't care for 10 Summers.
10 Summers to me is the weakest one.
I didn't care about. I killed the 10 Summers. I didn't care about the other one. So
Cold Summer to me is still his best one.
Cold Summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cold Summer to me is still the best one because that one had everybody on it, like all the usual suspects.
From the YGs to the who else?
Nipsey's on there,
Oh,
so you get two Nipsey records because he's got the joint with he's got the Riding Round joint, and then he's got the one with Meek Mill, and then Ty. Rick Ross is on it. TC, RJ, like all the usual suspects that they rock with, were all on that one. So that was probably like the only disappointment for me with Perfect 10 was the usual suspects weren't there
Yeah.
to kind of be involved with it.
But the record as a whole,
To an extent, because I mean, LMA is his artist. You know what I'm saying?
Right, no,
Fucking
I'm talking
Ty's
about the usual
So you
suspects
talking
that
about
are
like the lower
behind the
lower
scenes
tier,
that usually they don't get the shine when they drop their projects, but they got to get the shine, just off association.
Somehow. Yeah.
No, I liked it. I liked that.
Yeah, it was a good one. So now, if we go into the territory of R&B, I wasn't expecting this shit. But Daniel Caesar,
He came out and surprised everybody.
Case Study 01, his sophomore album, and I really, really fucks with this. Like, R&B has been really coming through this year, man.
Yeah.
And from track 1 all the way down to track 10, it was fucking just vibey music. Love Again with him and Brandy, that was great. Frontal Lobe music with Pharrell where Pharrell was fucking dope. Opened Up, Restore the Feeling. He got fucking John Mayer on this fucking shit. Album as a whole, if you love just smooth R&B music, man, Case Study 01 is one of the best projects this year, in my opinion. This shit was fucking amazing to me.
The sound of it was cool. I just wasn't anticipating hearing his content switch that drastically. Like, the first joint, of course, Fraudin, was, him being like that, I don't want to say the scorn lover, but the lover yearning for the love. Like, he was going on this.
Yeah.
This one, some of the tracks, I'm trying to dive in the pussy. Whoa, time out, nigga. Hold up.
Hey, man.
Wait a minute. Hang on.
Wait a minute now. Wait, hey. hey, wait a minute now. Wait a minute
Background
now.
music is cool, and while I can relate to that kind of subject matter, I wasn't expecting that from you.
Hey, man.
So it was kind of like, it was just that adjusting. Another thing, again, the records are great. I feel he did a disservice dropping this in the summertime versus dropping this in the spring.
Probably somebody.
Had he dropped this a month or two ago, probably get a different reaction from me altogether.
Yeah.
Because now I'm at a point where I'm like, let me wait until the end of September to really play this. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm gonna play it all throughout. But let me wait until the end of September to play to see how it sounds outside of the summer. Because right now, I'm gonna be honest with you, Gibbs, Madlib, and Benny were probably the exceptions as far as like that hardcore hip hop shit that I want to hear during the summertime. I don't necessarily want to hear that. I want to hear vibe music.
Gibbs and Madlib, it did kind of have like a real like smooth sound to it overall.
Right, but
you know what I'm saying?
but you knew.
So I kind of understood how that could work with summertime.
But you knew what they were. You knew
but
it was
as far
going to be
as
raps.
the raps.
Yeah, you do what you're
And
getting
West Side
yourself
Gun, when
into.
he drops this week, is going to be an
hard
exception.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything else, like, I want to. It's the summertime. I want to vibe.
Yeah.
That's all I want to do.
To me, music is music. I don't care what part of the season it is. This music is fucking great.
But some we had this talk though. Some just hit different in different modes. Like
Different modes, yeah.
like Ross to me is either I only want to hear Ross in spring or I want to hear him in the fall.
Damn.
Because-
You separate some artists off in seasons.
I separate them off in seasons because you get the maximum potential in my eyes of the records. Now you could play it all throughout the year. Don't get me wrong, I play Ross all throughout the year.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
not without question.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is the maximum potential of that record. There's some where you just gotta hear it during certain time frames.
Yeah.
Ross happens to be one of them because while he has good party records, those Justice League joints like it's different when you hear it in the summer versus when you hear it when it's cold outside.
Yeah, when the leaves are falling and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When the leaves are falling or when they're regrowing.
I get you on that.
Yeah.
But to me, music is music no matter what the season is. But when it comes back to Daniel Caesar, this album is fucking great.
It's cool. Again, I want to. I need to hear it in the fall to see if it stands up. Because again, right now I'm not in that mind frame to hear that type of music, especially from him. Again, like I said, it caught me off guard with his content matter at first. I was like, it's like, no, hold up, time out. You was begging at first. Now you demanding pussy. Like, hold on, time out.
Begging, well, sometimes he needs pussy. He got enough pussy after the first album, so now he has to be a whole asshole now. So shit. Anyway,
Shit happens.
Shit happens, man. It's
That's the
life.
Chris Brown book.
Man, isn't he one fucking Yes Jules and shit?
Daniel doubt it.
Yeah, whatever. Music's music. Your boy Pacman da Gunman. Go with it.
He's nice. There's a lot of growth from his. I heard his EP before this joint. But there was growth on here. He's definitely one of those guys that you bring into the fold. I never want to call somebody like a supporting rapper, like a supporting cast person, but more so on the development. Like he's still developing. But No Guts, No Glory was great. And I mean, we know how close OT Genesis was to Nipsey. They got good chemistry on this joint with Never Gonna Change. Oh my God. Blast that shit. Blast that motherfucker. Fuck, Raven Justice made an appearance on here.
Really?
Yeah.
Mr. Half a Page.
Oh shit.
Yeah. He made an appearance on here, floated. Mozzie's on here.
Really?
Of course, Jay Stone is on here.
Of course.
Jaren, who, of course, was the R&B cat I was talking about last year, who was on Coz's album.
Yep.
And, yeah, shouts out to him. He laid another good hook on here. YBN Namir is on here. Or, however you say his name.
That's right.
Yeah, Namir is on here. And it's 14 tracks. It's just under 50 minutes. Like, again, if you want to listen to an artist that's developing still, like you, obviously you're gonna hear songs. You're like, okay, he's not there yet, but you can tell he's coming. Like he's got it. Like I said, when I said this a while ago, I look at All Money In kind of. They could be in a position where it could be like this, where an unfortunate circumstance happens and you lose the leader.
So someone has to step up.
So then you still have these stable of artists that are still good in their own right,
Right.
and they're still coming into their own.
Yeah.
If you can do it the right way, like you got something where you can push it. Like I was, even though I expected what I expected, I still was impressed by the growth. Like it was good growth on here. For him. Yeah,
That's what's up.
I'll
check that out.
To Pacman
And I just added it to my library.
Yeah.
Well,
The joint with Mozzie, they literally sound like cousins. Literally sound like fucking cousins. Like, you know, the type of videos where it's like, oh, my cousin in the Bay, oh, my cousin in LA.
Yeah.
That's how they literally sound.
so, gentlemen, we are halfway done with the fucking year.
Kind of flew by, man. It was kind of a dry spell too, but music did drop. So, what are your top, with no particular order, what are your favorite albums so far this year?
Well, like I mentioned,
your top albums.
like I mentioned, the two that I went crazy over during this review section, Indigo and Bandana, they both made appearances. To go back, of course, I'm rocking with Boogie.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, boy.
Of course, I'm rocking with LA.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I'm rocking with the songstress from Out Here.
Who?
Come on, man.
No, I just heard what you just said. You just started.
The songstress.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Come on now.
Well, just talk, nigga.
Kaylani.
Yeah, I was like, the
For
songstress.
sure, I'm rocking
Yes.
with. What was it? That's 5 at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what else we got here. Let me browse through. I haven't really been adding a lot of shit to my library.
That Gold Link.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anderson .Paak.
Oh,
Ventura. I gotta give us out to two more songsters. Ari Lennox. I've actually been listening to Shea Butter Baby a lot the past couple weeks. And then there's the album I told you guys recommended by Jamila Woods, Legacy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, with me.
Yeah.
Because the way you were bragging about, how Daniel Caesar, where you're like, music is just music. Mm-hmm. If you fall in line with that, you're gonna like Jamila Woods.
I probably would. Well, for me, I have them all rated out so far. So I got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I get like my 8. Of course, it's Igor. Like that was a good one. That's still perfection to me. Igor is still damn near perfection for Tyler the Creator. Denzel Curry's Zoo album is still just fuck you up music. I still fucking love that shit.
I forgot about that one.
I know.
Shit.
Boogie's Everything for Sale. Of any album I kept going back to this year so far, I always just keep going back to Boogie. No matter what season, no matter what day, I'll always just keep going back. LA's Trouble in Paradise, that's just almost perfection. Kalani, While We Wait, has been growing on me a lot. Like, a lot. And Daniel Caesar just recently, I really fuck with that Case Study 01. Like, I really fuck with it. And
a couple more. Gary Clark, This Land. I forgot about that one too. Yeah. I'm rocking with that one.
Another one.
Shit, Baby on Baby, man. The Baby.
That was a good one.
That shit's hard.
Duckworth's EP, The Fallen Man, was really good to me. YG's For Real. That's a good album. Am I right, Martin?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was a good album.
really good album.
Right.
Oh yeah, I can't forget Karina's good at this EP. I still fucking blast that shit. Yeah, y'all still listen to 2 Chainz album?
Kind of fell off the way
It
a little bit.
literally came and went. Literally.
I mean, those songs are still on the fucking radio and shit.
They're cool. Ariana Grande's Thank You Next still gets rotation for me sometimes.
I forgot that dropped till you said that.
Well, shit.
Wow.
That was a great album to me. How about Lizzo? You still listen to Lizzo?
Yeah, I played that last week. It
What
was good.
about Father Assad?
I haven't touched that in a couple weeks.
Yeah, ever since Khaled said that shit, that
Yeah, it
was
was
a bad taste
I
in my
wouldn't
mouth.
say I wouldn't say it's about the music. It's more so about what he
Yeah,
said.
it's more about Khaled.
Yeah.
Alright, what about Schoolboy?
Again, like I tried to tell you guys,
I didn't like that
I
one
liked
from the
it,
jump.
but I'm not going to try to convince
You ain't gonna try to convince how I felt
Yeah.
about Ye. It was like, I personally like it, but I ain't gonna defend it.
But I've also said too, I've also said that as far as I'm concerned, it's his weakest album in his catalog too. So that's another reason why I'm not going to try to defend
You
it.
remember Offset's album? Father Folk?
I remember it came out, but
Yep.
Yeah.
again, it came
It was
out.
cool. I mean, you know.
Khalid's album Free Spirit was cool, was decent. That was a straight up pop record.
It was too long too.
Way too long.
But again, I can only use that argument against these artists now. I can only take it so far because, again, when you're telling me they're getting a fourth of a penny,
I get you.
you know what I'm saying? Like, You gotta rack the numbers.
It's actually a lot less than that, man.
For the listener like myself as a fan, I like the art. I want the art for him, and kind of take it serious. Think about the numbers, but kind of take it serious. I guess, but that's just me.
See, to me, I have to balance that out.
I can't,
because it's like on one hand I'm a listener, but on the other hand, it's I want to own businesses.
I get you.
So I gotta also look. I can't think about consumers all the time because again, if you build everything on the people, it's gonna collapse because people want different things at any given moment, any given day. So you have to think about the bottom line. So it's just that balance where. You can tell when an artist is just bullshitting just a bullshit and not worried about the art.
And that's why I don't listen
It's
to
another
bullshit.
thing when the music's good, it's just excessive. Because at that point, then I can differentiate like, okay, you do care, you understand the business, and you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
So I can't fault you.
Yeah.
So like Arbery, pretty much, like Drake. That's
No,
what Drake
Scorpion was
does.
a terrible album.
I'm saying in general, not just Scorpion. I'm like views more like.
No. Scorpion was shit.
Yeah.
No, fuck that album. Fuck it. I wasn't talking about
trash.
It was bad
Trash.
execution. It was garbage. I stand by it. It was garbage.
Oh yeah, it's the anniversary of that damn album this past. How I saw that, I just looked at it. I was like, oh, y'all fucking still talking about that shit 1 year? Oh, 1 year ago, Scorpion.
I didn't know people were talking about it. See, you always ask me, who are you following? Who do you follow where people bring that shit up?
Man.
Complex.
Well, that's your problem.
Complex, other fucking people that fucking bring it up and shit. Sometimes I'll go back in my time hop and I just look on the day it dropped and I just saw that one photo. I just saw that the one tweet I said, it's like, yo, y'all better block me. And then Twitter blocked me a year later. Ain't that a bitch?
Tyga.
Oh yeah, that was a great one. Yeah, that was a great summer record. Did what he did.
Oh yeah, I fucked with the Tyga. There's another cat.
There's somebody else I want to talk.
I just got it and I listened to it 2 weeks ago, but for whatever reason it's been slipping my mind, so I haven't even brought it up to you guys. I don't know if you pronounce his name Toby or Tobai, but it's the album Still. I mean, if you want fucking R&B, like hip hop, like that balance, yeah, he's good.
There's another.
You might be speaking my language right there.
He's more but he's on the fence with. I don't want to call him underground because he has a style about him. He's not underground in terms of that style.
Yeah.
Under the radar.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Under the radar.
He's trying to make a name for himself.
Yeah, that's another artist I want to talk about when we get to him later. Oh, you remember that Billie Eilish chick?
Who?
Billie Eilish, the one who does the Bad Guy song. The Bad Guy. You probably heard it. When We All Fall Asleep. She's like a pop act. Billie Eilish. You don't know? Okay.
Yeah. The chick that did the Office video when Rainn Wilson showed up at a place because she said she was the biggest Office fan.
Something like that. Yeah, her.
That's the only reason why I know her. I have yet to hear a song from
her album is pretty fucking decent. As a pop act or whatever, it's pretty creative as an album. Pretty damn cool.
Oh, Sue Surf.
Oh yeah, him too.
725.
Yeah, 725. Yeah. Like I rated some of these albums and then the last worst album of this year, Logic Supermarket. Oh man.
That gentrified was bullshit.
God, that was some bullshit. That was some fucking bullshit.
God, that was horrible, man.
God damn. Didn't help with Confession of a Dangerous Mind. That was a little bit better, but not by much.
Yeah, I was about to say slightly better.
Reminds me, he released a fucking video for Homicide.
That was genius.
That
was the one thing he's done in the past few months where I'm like, that worked.
That was fucking genius. How he got, what's his name? Old boy from the Sandlot to play him, the dude in the glasses.
Yeah.
And then he got fucking, what's his name? The guy who made fun of him. You know him. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, and then he literally like showed out who he was. He literally embodied M, and then all of a sudden you think, I was like, okay, M's not going to be, because they told you from get-go M's not going to be in it, and then M imitates the dude making fun of him in the end. Yeah. And I was like, that was genius. And then what was funny, I looked on like forums and shit on Twitter, people going like, oh, that's a bad look for M, that's not funny. I'm like, oh, so when old boy's making fun of Eminem, that shit was hella funny, the whole napkins and all the other shit, but when M embraces the joke on some B-Rabbit shit ain't funny no more.
See, to me,
that was
it would have been a hell of a lot more funny if they kept it off the actual song on the album, and then saved it for the video only.
Yeah,
because then to me that would have been the fact that it just showed up on the album Because I was already I'm still on the fence with that damn song. Like, it's
Hey, that song's fire.
200 beats per minute, like rap. Like, I don't want to hit the 200 beats per minute rap.
Just
like,
200?
Yeah,
It
exactly.
might be at 4.
Yeah. So the fact that you end it,
Like, for real.
so the fact
Especially
that
when
it
M
ends,
was really about to. He felt like he kept going, but then he just stopped randomly.
so then it ends and then it just jumps into it. It was like, all right, that turned me off. Had they kept that only for the video, I'd have been like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
You got it.
Smart move.
Yeah.
I thought it was fun. I thought that shit was funny as fuck. But the video, yeah. But when it comes to who artists that like you've been like a breakout artist this year so far is between Megan Thee Stallion or the Baby. For like what's it called?
Well, I don't call them breakout because we've been
Not
calling that
breakout
for a
or
while.
rookie or
Yeah.
rookies or whatever.
Like, there's a difference between breakout and rookie.
Then who's a breakout
Like,
then?
a breakout is when they fly out of nowhere.
Well, who's a
We've
breakout?
known about Megan Thee Stallion for a while.
I found out about her like what's it called last year, like literally at the end of
But
last
see,
year.
that's not a breakthrough. To me, you were warned. You had warning before we came into the fold. Like, a breakthrough is literally like that's legit 6ix9ine, or like you're chilling one day, all of a sudden this motherfucker just flies out of nowhere. Like,
That's how the
shit,
Baby.
was no
That's how
goddamn
the Baby
warning.
was.
Nah, man. I mean, at this point, it's got to be Lil Nas X.
Yeah,
Like,
that's a breakthrough.
Up to right now, yeah, it's got to be
Because
Lil Nas
even
X.
with the Baby,
I didn't know who
I
he
knew
was.
who the Baby was.
I didn't know who
Yeah.
he was.
Albeit it took the fucking the
Him to
Walmart
shoot somebody.
shooting.
No.
For
So for
like-
me, it's literally when you turn on the first track on that The Baby album, he just starts rapping out the guts. Like, rapping out the guts, pause. Starts rapping out the gate, and it's just like, whoa, okay, you, okay, oh, whoa.
Well,
All right.
but see how I define breakthrough is like cats that are literally on their first or second project and they just fly through.
But this is
Yeah,
his,
they
isn't this his
get
first project?
catapulted, like,
no,
Isn't
this is his
fucking-
first like album that's got through. The motherfucker has like goddamn near 10 mixtapes
Oh, okay.
that have all been on these streaming services.
Oh, okay.
So when I found the Baby, he was on volume 5 of the Baby series, whatever that series is called.
Right.
So that's when I'm like, okay, you're new to me, but you've been out, so I can't qualify you as a breakthrough because you had. To me, you built a fan base. If you've made 5 volumes at that point, you have a fan base. I'm just new to the bandwagon.
Well, he's kind of like
Yeah.
a rookie then.
Yes, he's
So him and Megan Thee Stallion are pretty much like the
Lil
top rookies.
Nas X is a breakthrough.
Oh,
He didn't
yeah.
have anything.
Nothing.
Yeah,
And
shit.
flew out of nowhere. Same thing
nowhere.
with 6ix9ine. He did not have much of anything, and then flew out
Out of nowhere. Lil Nas X, yeah, he's a breakthrough. He's shit's still number 1 right now. 13 week longest fucking reigning. They're calling it a hip hop song like ever for 13 weeks. It's about to go diamond soon. Is that in the mentions though? Him saying that he's gay.
No,
You know what I mean,
what?
Lil Nas X saying, well, he never said he was gay. That's the
know.
thing.
that's why I was never put in the notes.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying everyone's talking
didn't
about
say
this
he was
shit.
gay.
Everyone's talking about this shit, so you're just kind of mentioning it, and it's kind of annoying because everyone's kind of just like, "Oh my god, he came out as gay." And then you look at his tweets, it's like he's
He
trolling
never
you,
said this
niggas.
shit, too.
He's hella trolling you, and I'm like,
he did put a rainbow.
but he's like, yeah, I've kind of been obvious about it, but then he kind of he's trolling, and I'm just looking at this shit like this is a publicity stunt. He's not confirming or denying. This is what Taylor the Creator did.
Like I said, he did put up a rainbow, but what the fuck? I mean,
It was on his album
'cause
cover.
Exactly.
Yeah, I just
Exactly.
and niggas are going with it too. He even said it, just because I'm gay doesn't mean I'm straight. Huh? He said that on Twitter, and I was like, yeah, you trolling. I know a troll when I see one. Anyway, back to the.
Or he could be telling the fucking truth for all we know, and he's just saying it in a way that.
No, but he never said it.
He never-
That's
No,
the thing about it.
But again, the ambiguous nature of it, where
Being
you just
subliminal
leave it up
about
to interpretation.
No, that's
okay, I
a
get you.
publicity stunt.
Because he didn't, even though he didn't say he's gay, he says he identifies as LGBTQ community.
He said that.
yeah.
When did he say that?
When did he say that?
That was
Was it on his Twitter?
it was whatever the hell he wrote out.
That was what that video.
LGBTQ made it in the writing somewhere. That's why I put it in the chat. The video's different. You're talking about something else. There was something in writing.
Nah,
No, he
it
never
was a recent tweet. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Like he said something like, it's obvious. I've been trying to, give everyone clues and then at the end it says, I want you to listen to my album Closure. So it's like, and then like I said, he had a rainbow right after that. And then everybody just like lost their minds.
Went
and
with
shit.
it.
Yeah,
and
like
you listen
he
to
was
the
gay.
song, and then you listen to the song.
Like
it
he
doesn't-
came out at that moment.
And then you listen to the song, and it's like he's not really talking about nothing. Okay, I know what you're doing. You old publicity stunt ass. I see what you're doing. Not gonna hate it, but I see what you're doing. But that's just me. I'm gonna take my horse on the lifetime road. That's just gonna go.
But then that brought up
That's
something else too.
definitely a
'Cause-
breakthrough though.
But that brought
Easy.
something else up too, where it was like, I'll never understand how there's people in a part of the LGBTQ community that they just want complete acceptance, and that's no issue. Mm-hmm. There's a whole separate demographic that's like, as soon as we find out somebody is gay or they're leaning towards that, they then turn around and it's like, oh, I wonder how straight men are going to feel about that now. Ha ha ha. And I'm like, somebody said it best. They was like, motherfucker, we grew up on Luther Vandross and Freddie Jackson. They were singing to each other. The fuck does this matter?
I remember when Frank Ocean pretty much came out that he was gay, niggas were saying they were going to turn off his music and delete it and shit. And I was like, really? That's all it takes?
I was like, it makes y'all that uncomfortable? I was like, fam, I grew up singing songs by women, and all I had to do was just change the damn pronoun. Change it from him to her. That's all I had to do.
Right.
That's all you had to do.
Even in Thinking About You, Frank, even now it makes sense when he's like, boy, I'm thinking about you. Even then, the way it's structured, you still get away with it because it's just like you're saying, like, oh boy, I'm thinking about you. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Man, he took that song away from, what's her name, Bridget Kelly? Because that was a demo song. His version of Thinking About You was a demo for someone else. Then his demo was better than the new version. And you hate to see it. You know what else? Well, mid-year, anything else we want to talk about this year? Because that's how dry it is so far. Anything else besides 21 Savage getting locked up randomly, Nipsey dying?
Shout out to Emotional Oranges.
Yeah, he's cool.
That EP's still cool.
Yeah,
Flying Lotus, definitely.
So what albums are you like anticipating now?
Crit.
Or Crit means the Dreamville shit. They announced that's coming out this week actually on the 5th.
Yeah.
Who else am I anticipating?
Man, if you see that Black Icon
for Kendrick,
I'm still anticipating the Kendrick album.
He's gonna come when he comes, man. He's gonna show up when he shows up. With me, I'm just anticipating Ross.
For sure.
Childish Gambino, I feel he has something.
Oh, he got something, all right.
Yeah.
He got Atlanta.
Well, of course.
That we're gonna get that by the end of the year. So.
Yeah, of course. Wow, you really think at the end of the year? That's probably next year. I don't know.
Well, he says returning this year.
Oh, he did? Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, shit. Well, I'm talking about
when you watch Atlanta on Hulu, it says that Atlanta will be back later this year.
Oh shit. Oh, okay. Well, that and I'm trying to think what else. I said Ross, Childish Gambino,
Dreamers.
Yeah, Dreamers. That's on Friday. I don't know. Rihanna, of course.
Everybody's waiting on Rihanna.
She gonna show up when she shows up.
Fenty sales been going.
She gonna drop that. No, that album is gonna come out soon. Sooner or later, it's going to come out.
If it doesn't drop by the end of August, then I'm kind of like, you just drop it when you drop it. I'm not into.
That's how I've been. Like, she's out.
Whatever.
Yeah. Like, I'm on whatever. She has all the time in the world.
Album. Like this is the perfect fucking time.
Every time. There's no.
Especially because
it's all about timing.
In Toronto or I think Canada in general, when they do Carnival,
that's in August. That's OVO Fest. Aubrey's
that would be a perfect time.
Yeah. Aubrey's bringing back OVO Fest or whatever. Damn, that's gonna be awkward for him to do OVO Fest now. I don't know. Basketball shit. I'm just thinking out loud. Anyway,
motherfucker won.
No. I'm thinking about the whole Kawhi Leonard situation and all that other shit. Anyway, I'm trying to think what else. Probably Drake. Maybe. Oh yeah, Drake is doing the whole "What a Time to Be Alive" feature. I know that shit's coming. Probably by the end of the year. I know you ain't gonna be ready for that. I don't know. It's a dry year this year, man. So whoever shows up shows the fuck up. And I have a feeling someone's gonna be an asshole and drop a surprise album. Somebody. Maybe Rihanna. Maybe Beyonce. Maybe Hove. Maybe I don't know. Somebody. Kanye.
Because at this point, everybody's like, once the summer's over, people are pretty much gonna be wrapping this decade up. Like I'm telling you, attention spans are going to be gone once the summer's up because then you got football. So everybody's like,
yeah, no, you're kind of right.
Everybody's gonna be focused on that. Then you're getting ready for all the end of the year shit because you know when football starts. By the time the next day starts, you're gonna have the all day basketball list on Christmas.
Somebody is going to drop. That's all I'm gonna say. Somebody big is going to drop. I don't know who it's gonna be. I'm not just don't take my word. That's like my little prediction for the rest of the year. Somebody else.
How big though?
Big enough.
You can say
pause.
You can say a big name's gonna drop,
heavyweight,
and it could be
heavyweight.
You know what I'm saying? It could be a name that's big, but not a name that you want.
Like who?
Well,
I'm waiting. Because I said Rihanna. I said maybe Hove. Kanye. Fucking, that's probably going to be. It's probably going to be fucking Kanye.
Nah, we don't want that.
That you don't want that. Oh. I want that.
I thought I was speaking for everybody.
No, you speak for yourself.
Speaking of what you forgot, you remember Solange dropped this year?
Oh, yeah.
How you feeling about that album now?
Oh, I told you. I switched up on it. It was too much. It was too artistic. I got artisty and shit. I need to be on hookah, highness, and ecstasy. I gotta be peeled the fuck up listening to that shit.
Well, how would you feel if Wiz dropped an album?
Is he a heavyweight?
Big enough.
Is he a heavyweight?
Yes, he is.
I won't say he's a heavyweight like that. Maybe Big Sean. That's someone I'm gonna wait for. Big Sean gonna probably drop.
Wiz Khalifa's name is a heavyweight.
I was just gonna say.
Yeah, heavy. I'm talking about
Big Sean a heavyweight, but not Wiz.
Wiz is
like,
bigger than
seriously?
Big Sean, bro.
No, but it's something that I'm thinking about. Like the whole timeline on Twitter is gonna be like discussing, debating about.
Okay, you're talking about people who you're relying on them.
I'm not relying on them. I'm talking about something from
but you're
me.
taking them, no, but you're taking them into account when you bring up Kendrick's Pulitzer, and then they don't.
I know.
Acknowledge it.
I'm talking about just like the heavy. Like what heavyweight? You're saying Wiz Khalifa's like a big.
Wiz's name is a heavyweight.
I get you.
Like but that's why I was trying to clear it up.
Like
because I brought up Wiz, who is a
I'm
big
talking
name,
about a
but
heavy.
you say-
I said the names. I said Hove. I said Kanye. I said Beyonce. I said Rihanna. Maybe Beyonce. I'm talking about super duper heavyweights. How about that? We're fucking
Elite.
The elite, like a weight class, I guess.
Elite's not a weight class, but
Whatever. You know what the fuck I mean. Just
I mean, if you're talking about legendary,
like
elite,
legendary,
that's fine.
That type of
But
shit.
you're also bringing up names that have been in the game for like
watch
fucking
Adele
forever.
drop.
yeah.
Wiz has been in the game
Did you
for
hear what
10
I just
years now,
said?
and is
I said watch Adele drop.
well, we've all been anticipating that because she broke up.
Well, I'm just saying, just watch her drop out of nowhere.
Like you're saying that, like everybody's gonna be shocked. Like
Yeah, seriously.
when she drops it, you're gonna be like, oh, that's right, she got divorced. Yeah, we were calling.
But we don't know when it's coming. That's the thing. Like I say, when I say watch her drop, I'm thinking out of nowhere, like a fucking RKO. Like everyone's gonna.
It'll
pull the
surprise
Beyonce.
you because there was no anticipation for it.
Exactly.
But at the same time,
it would make sense.
it would make sense because we were like, well, we laughed and we joked about that. We said, oh, now she's gonna have an album coming pretty soon because of the divorce. So that's one of those ones where it's not gonna shock you.
Well, it won't shock us, but it will shock them, the people.
I don't even think it'll shock the people. Again,
No.
I think the initial drop will shock everybody. Like if
That's
it's just
what
a
I meant.
random ass day, we're all just chilling. She happens to be the lone big name artist that drops. Of course, it's gonna shock you because it's like, oh shit, she dropped. It's once you get past, oh shit, she dropped. That's when it hits. Well, yeah, she has a lot of material she can work with. Yeah, makes sense.
But yeah, we still got 6 months left, so anything could fucking happen.
These
when it comes
niggas
to
got
the
4
music.
months left with me.
Well, okay.
Because I'm telling you, once it hits, we're already in July.
And
I know. I'm adding it up. I'm like, shit, we're almost done.
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
You never know who's gonna come.
Once
man.
we get to the end of October, I'm done. Like I'm
so
telling you right
just
now, I'm
mentally
checked
check
out. So don't ask me for any albums or anything like. I will
So if
listen
Jay
for
Z
leisure.
drops an album in November, you're gonna still
Sorry.
be checked out.
Sorry.
I guess you too big for Hove, huh?
Sorry, we've had a
I
nice
guess.
run with Hov this decade.
I guess.
Like I fully checked out. Sorry.
I can't check out to the.
Now,
fat lady
am I
sings.
saying I'm going to ignore and not listen, and not review for the show? Of course not. That's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about I have to do an end of the year list, and then I got to do a fucking end of the decade list.
Oh, that shit.
So, so my
You
focus,
talking that shit?
my focus is
that?
elsewhere.
Oh, I already got that shit ready to go.
So my focus is elsewhere.
Oh, my
That's
focus,
what I'm saying.
My focus
Gotcha.
is already. Yeah, okay, that's what you meant.
Yeah.
I guess. Anyway,
And on top of that, we're getting to the fucking holiday season.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
anyway.
Cats had their chance. We waited all this time, and again, now it's looking like July's going to be the hottest point of the year because it seems like
Everybody's dropping in July, and on the first week we got Dreamville dropping. So,
But that's how I'm looking at it. I'm like, okay, y'all had all the year, and even if y'all want to do it strategically, like, cool, that's fine. But
I don't think no one
year.
this year is going to drop an album that's going to touch this decade. Only one who touched it, in my opinion, is Tyler the Creator. That's just to me. That would make it on somebody's list.
What if
Maybe
Kendrick
mine.
drops?
Oh my God. Just let that go. He'll come when he comes.
Hey, man. You need to stop saying that. Pause. Shit.
Okay, he'll drop when he drops.
He says that now, but watch, when it drops, he's like,
shut
everything down.
Oh, my God.
Exactly, but I'm not going to get my anticipation up. When it happens, it will happen. Okay? When it happens, it happens. I'm not anticipating
I mean,
anything.
technically, he's due up because by the time, if it does drop by the end of the year, it'll be 2.5 years.
Yeah.
That's usually his wait time.
Maybe Christmas,
Yeah.
maybe January. Who knows? I don't care. He gave me 3 great albums. 3, one classic, one fucking historical classic album, and a fucking Pulitzer Prize. So I honestly, he could take all the time in the world. You see what he be looking like the fucking mummy.
Exactly. That's why the fucking album's coming. Shit, man.
You want your album?
And plus, well, yeah, I'm a Laker fan. I always want the next one. You gotta remember that.
Well, I get you.
Anyway, someone who doesn't know what the fuck they want the next one is fucking Taylor Swift.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so while fucking free agency madness was going on, Twitter, I couldn't be on Twitter, but some shit was popping off, and I just kind of stumbled across it. And apparently, Scooter Braun, who was Justin Bieber's manager, he bought Taylor Swift's record company. Meaning, his company, Ethica Holdings, brought out Taylor Swift's old record company, Big Machine Label, for $300 million.
What kind of shit is
Well,
that?
I was going to say,
Shit.
that $300 million. So what that means, people, is that he now owns Taylor Swift's masters for everything up to Formation, her first 6 albums.
It's a good investment.
Oh, yes.
You only put, think about it.
Yeah.
300 million to get those masters?
And a whole bunch of other artists, but that includes Taylor. So Taylor was kind of pissed off about that shit, obviously. And she went to Tumblr and she posted a screenshot of an Instagram of Justin Bieber on FaceTime with Kanye and Scooter. And on the caption it said, "What Taylor, what up?" And she wrote this long ass fucking paragraph, a long ass fucking post about how she feels she got tricked to fucking re-signing with the label and shit like that. Because they convinced her that if you get one more album, you get ownage of one of your mastered records for each album you drop. When you re-sign, you get one album that you get your masters for one of your albums for all 6 of them. So she was thinking that was stupid or whatever, and then they sold it right under her nose. She felt betrayed. Scooter's wife comes out. It was this white on white crime, and you all seen all that madness going on in the fucking free agency. It was like white on white crime. Scooter's wife comes out on Taylor Swift and claims the label offered her to buy her fucking masters and she turned it down. She called out Justin Bieber. Bieber goes on Instagram and just saying, he posted a picture saying, "Hey, I got a lot of love for you, but that's your fault." And pretty much I just look back on it, and then Scooter comes back on like the Big Machine Label, the website. They pretty much came out with a statement with Scooter, and they had up the fucking emails and everything that happened, and pretty much said, "Yeah, we told you what was going on. You knew what was going down, and you refused to sign up on it." So
it just sounds like bad business on her part.
Oh,
that's
pretty much.
literally what it sounds like.
Pretty
Seriously.
much.
Like,
Just in the words of Michael when he told Paul McCartney, "It's just business."
it sounds like she fell for what people on their first couple albums fall for.
What?
She's 6 albums in. Why is she not going in there like, "Nah, I'm not re-signed until I get my master"? Sorry. She has the lead. She has.
This is the same Taylor Swift who didn't put her albums up on iTunes and streaming services too.
Like she has the gall to call it like that.
Yeah. She's got
what
the
were
power,
they,
bro.
What were they going to do? Were they just going to be like, "Well, no"?
But the thing is,
and lose out. Yeah.
And they did work it out in the email. They showed up the contract and everything. They worked it out, and she was gonna she was gonna own all her masters, but she turned it down for whatever reason. She probably wanted more money. She probably wanted something, but whatever the case, she played herself. And
anytime you got a chance to get your masters
and you don't own it for your first 6 albums.
Shit.
Like if that's the case, her 6 albums were right there, and she said no
for whatever reason. And she went on Twitter and then
stupid.
At first I was reading and I was like, "Damn, this is fucked up." Till she brought up the whole shit about what Kim Kardashian did to her when she exposed her. She's like, "Yeah, she illegally fucking recorded me, and when Kanye put me in his video for the famous," and I was like, "Oh, so now you're coming off as the victim." Oh, okay.
Bringing up shit that ain't got nothing to do with the fucking reason why you're complaining in the first place.
Let's say that again, because they didn't hear you. Bringing up shit that...
So she's bringing up shit that has nothing to do with anything in the initial...
Because she feels that Scooter had Scooter had something to do with all that shit too. Because Scooter manages Kanye too.
What's that got to do with her? Okay, this is where she's stuck. Scooter came in as a third party. Scooter wasn't involved with negotiating for her to get her masters. So how the hell was he behind it if Big Machine came up and said, "Hey, we can give you your masters"? If that's how they're claiming.
Right. Yeah, they have the receipt. They have the receipt. That's the fun. They have the emails and everything. Even Taylor was all going like, "Oh yeah, the announcement is coming." They had the screenshots. They had it all. She played herself.
You know what that tells me?
That's karma.
No, that tells me Scooter Braun got her number. Mm-hmm. Like she keeps finding herself losing out to Scooter Braun.
I just look at that.
Maybe you should wise up and pay attention to.
You know what I call this? I call this.
Keep your friends close. Keep your enemies closer. If you feel that way about this, man, you should have seen.
You still saw it coming.
Yeah.
I look at it
For
as
sure.
this is just karma for screwing over Kanye and for beating To Pimp a Butterfly at the Grammys. So
Kanye.
for what she said at Kanye at the Grammys.
I hold it more for the Kanye. The voters are responsible for her winning that.
Nah, that's just karma. Period. I don't give a fuck. That's what you.
I can't say karma represents somebody that benefited.
Just go with it, man.
No, that's not how I view karma. That's not how I view karma.
Well, also she fucked over a whole lot of other people too with the females.
That's what I can hold against her. I can't hold somebody's like.
You can't just go with the joke, can you?
No, I can't. Sorry.
Oh, God. I go with your jokes sometimes. You can't go with
Sometimes.
my joke.
Sometimes.
Emphasis on the sometimes.
Yeah.
The whole world was supposed to know for years that I was J. Cole's cousin, and you just killed this shit right before I even had a chance to get it out.
That was kind of dumb. Yeah, well, no, actually, it was I just didn't
That was
anticipate
funny,
the people.
man.
It was funny, and he killed it because he's like, well, I didn't want people to notice, not realizing that I had previously told him on Facebook there were 3 people who had thought for some reason I was that, and I kept the running joke going.
Well, shit.
Yeah.
My bad.
So,
anyway, like I said,
you're
like
bad.
I said,
nothing else that I disagree with can ever compare to that running gag.
Right,
that you
anyway,
happened
To
kill.
Pimp a Butterfly, that's just karma. I was like, well, that's what you get for winning To Pimp a Butterfly.
And this is your karma. Me not rocking with that.
I guess, because you were always saying it all the damn time, too.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's just karma for screwing over Kanye. That's just karma for screwing over Kanye and screwing over and writing all those records about all your ex-boyfriends and dissing Katy Perry and all that other shit. That's just karma for you. And because of Lil Nas X, she can't even get a #1 record, too. So, fuck out of here, Taylor.
It'd be like that.
And you played yourself.
Joke's on you.
Anyway, Meek Mill randomly became the co-owner of Lids.
Seriously.
That's fucking random.
Hats off to him.
Hey, that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, shit. I want to know what the percentage was. How much he gets.
Fuck it.
He get half of that? Does he get does he get enough where he goes into Lids, he can walk out with 15 of them things and just dip, and they just deduct it from his
paycheck.
the quarter check? Like, how does that work?
Shit.
That got me thinking. I was like, shit, well, if I had a chance to co-own something, what would I co-own? And right then and there, right when I was like, oh, Wingstop.
Yeah, you go there all the time.
That makes sense.
Easy.
Yeah.
Wingstop, boy.
Probably co-own a fucking Red Robin. I go there all the time.
You guys are good.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about it.
You ain't gotta tell us, we know.
Yeah, I know. We don't know what you.
It's on your shirt, we know.
Oh,
Cookies.
cookies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know.
We know.
As far as clothing goes, honestly, I would probably want to co-own Stacey Adams. Because you know Stacey Adams booms when it's prom season and wedding season.
That's true, man.
I'll probably be
And that's the only time you need it to boom.
Yeah.
During those times.
I'll probably be the co-owner of Hennessy. Just to fucking try to bring some blackness back in that shit. Because I remember...
They won't let you in. They're racist.
That's just if I was a co-owner...
They're racist.
If I was the co-owner, yeah. What's it called? I'm the one doing it. I'll try to make it more urban. Because I remember what Rory said, that when they were doing the whole Henny Palooza shit like that, Hennessy didn't want to work with them because they said the whole market
Wasn't their demographic.
Wasn't their demographic.
Yeah.
They wanted old Asians and old white men.
Which the irony of that is you get Nas to do the commercial.
I know, right?
That's the irony of it all. It's like...
Seriously.
I mean, you got the old portion categorized, but even then, Nas isn't old. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Nas is like in his mid-40s.
Yeah.
Still looks the same. That's the crazy part.
yeah, you got the wrong elder.
Yeah.
You got somebody that's still in tune with the youngsters of the culture that he was able to participate and made a name off of.
Well, shit. They went to Duce, so it's good.
Yeah,
Good investment. So
I'm not mad at you for choosing that. They're just their whole, again, just bringing all that up. That still confused me. Where it's like, I knew what their demographic was, but I was like, but Nas is on the train, and his beats from the album are playing, and he's saying Hennessy. You know,
Yeah.
whatever the
See,
tag
if Pac was alive,
They just don't get it, man.
Yeah.
You know
if
what I
Pac
mean?
was alive, he would have fucking had. He probably would have been a co-owner of Hennessy.
Pac had St. Ides. He had the
Bug Passion.
No, he had the fuck it. What is it when a celebrity or athlete the endorsement?
Oh, endorsements. Yeah.
He had endorsement and he did the commercial for it.
Oh, I
so I can see
remember
him doing Cone and St. Ives.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, of course, we all know the Hennessy and
Hennessy,
enemies. He had his foot in the door with St. Ives. Like,
Yeah.
I can see
I don't know
that.
what would have rhymed with that. He would have figured it out, probably.
Or he would have just disappeared anyway. I see. Part of me still feels like he just would have disappeared either way. It's just in this universe, in this timeline,
He wouldn't fit here.
he was murdered. I feel like in another timeline, he still like we would still be going. Okay, where's Pocket? Like he would have left. I feel like at some point he just would have been gone either way.
Just disappeared.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wouldn't. Yeah, he could. Well, he could keep his mouth shut for this long. So.
I just feel like America would have just reached a point where he's like, man, fuck this. I'm out.
He's
Bye.
like, I'm done.
I think
Yeah,
it was
just
meant for him to go. He would not have. If he wouldn't have died in 96, it would have been 97. Not 97, and he wouldn't have made it 2000. But that's just my theory.
I feel like if he made it past 96, he'd be out. Like, there's no taking him out
Just
at that
hit
point.
him.
Yeah, like he would have been gone.
Anyway, speaking of busting shots for your name, Tupac, Andre Iguodala, man,
Oh my God!
that was the Warriors saying that.
Three Pac. Got the 3 rings.
Hey, and the MVP,
Yeah.
Finals MVP.
Well, he's going around because he's pushing his new book. I believe it's called The Sixth Man. I actually listened to the whole Breakfast Club interview. That was nice. That was a good ass interview. But we've all known that Andre Iguodala, outside of the basketball world, he's a high intellect.
Oh,
He's one of the most well-known intellects in today's NBA.
When he retires, he's gonna be a really good analyst. Maybe.
I think he's gonna do so much more.
More than that.
He's already tapped into Silicon Valley.
Also, he on that type of
Like,
hype.
yeah. He said in the interview he's invested money in I think 20 startup companies, and he's already seen investments back on 12 of them.
Oh, so he's already. So when he was,
Or
so he
something.
took advantage of being out here.
Yeah,
That
but he
makes
also
sense.
pointed that out too. He goes, that's the thing about when you win. When you win,
Rich,
you're set up for after if you know how to take advantage of it. So you don't win, motherfuckers don't want to deal with you. He goes, that's the catch-22. We're just athletes, so they want to shut us up because they don't feel comfortable with us talking. But if you win in their city and they have something to give you as access, you take advantage of it. Of course, that's what he went and did. And then he went and talked about injuries, including his own, to cite Kevin Durant. This is where shit
gets real.
and tricky and led into what we saw over the last
Few months or two.
24 or 26 hours in the NBA at the time of this recording.
Long story short, he pretty much snitched on the whole Warriors training staff. And yeah, that's pretty much what he did. That's
Well,
pretty
the
much
whole
what he
front
did.
office,
the
really.
whole
Oh, yeah, the
staff,
whole front
record
office.
label, and the motherfucker, not the crew, but just staff and record
He
label.
insinuated,
Not the crew.
But the staff and the record label.
well, kind of the crew.
Kind of.
Kind of the crew.
Well, who did he roast in the crew?
I wouldn't say that he roasted. It was just he brought light to certain things.
Well, staff record label for now.
Yeah.
Part of the crew.
Now, before we get into it, one thing I absolutely did like that he said was that he protects Steph the same way Iverson protected him his first few years in the NBA.
Yup.
And Iverson was giving him gems talking about they love you when you win, but boy, when you
you
start losing, just watch it.
Just look on Twitter,
His first
dog.
few years in the NBA, like he would actually grab Iguodala from interviews and be like, "He's not answering anything. Come on," because he knew he had a sense where the
What they were
interviews were
trying to
going to
do.
go. So he said no. From day one, he embraced. Like he's like Iverson's one of those cats. If he got love for you, he got love for you, and if he sees it in you, he sees it.
Yeah.
So he's like, to hear that, he didn't even say it's because of that why I protect Steph. There was no bridge of that. It was just I protect Steph because I see how the hate, unnecessary hate.
Because he's light skinned. They
Right.
say because he's light skinned.
Well, it's not only that.
It's more than that.
Oh, I know
true.
that.
He's the NBA player that looks like the guy that should be sitting on the end of the bench.
Yeah, he's
and
like a bench player.
transformed the fucking way that the NBA is played
Like you say,
now.
like God's player, and it wasn't
Yeah.
LeBron that did it. It was him.
Yeah, and that's another reason why people unfairly hate him. Is because this was supposed to be LeBron's decade of terror.
Yep.
Yeah.
And as of now, Steph and LeBron have the same amount of rings won in this decade. So that's why a lot of people...
The media.
Yeah.
Most likely.
Again, my hate with Steph is playful hate. It's just the fact he wears a Warriors jersey, you know that.
You just
Yeah.
I've been on here many times saying I love Steph. I love what he brings
Yeah,
to the game.
he's God's
Yeah.
my player. That's what you call him.
Oh,
That's what he. That's what he is.
Yeah.
Because the 2016 when he was doing all them crazy shots.
The unanimous MVP year.
Yeah. That was just that year.
Shit that changed 2K because 2K's
he was making shots.
they couldn't even do it in 2K
because you could make shots you can't even take making 2K.
Yeah,
I'll never forget that year. And then niggas started hating him because he was taking their souls. That's what he was doing. He was taking their souls. He took LeBron. Well, he didn't take LeBron's soul, but he delayed LeBron's greatness, like you said. Like you said, he took away his reign of terror. Now everybody's always questioning LeBron because you couldn't get it done because you couldn't beat the Warriors. You only beat them once in the finals. Just that one time. That one time? Like Little Giants. You know that one time? Came back from a 3-1 lead that one time? Anyways, get to the shit.
Yeah, now to get to this.
But anyways.
He talked about Kevin Durant's injury and, you know, how all that played out. But the way he did it was he referenced his injury from the previous season. Of course, when he got hurt in the playoffs.
I remember.
Yeah.
Was it the finals?
No.
He was still injured during the finals, too.
It was
remember?
the conference finals. Because they were playing the Rockets in the conference finals to go to the finals. So he missed those last 3 games.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because he was back.
Yeah.
So he was saying they're telling the public I got a bone bruise, but I got a fracture.
Yeah.
The motherfuckers are looking at me talking about, well, are you coming back? You know, then I have this whole narrative out, like people questioning who I am as a player. I got a fracture, and you're saying I got a bone bruise. Mm-hmm. So of course, when he said that, I'm like, oh, yeah, here we go. It's happening how I called it.
Yep.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the
Everybody
procedure,
stay calm.
everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm.
It's happening how I called it. The Warriors' reign started as a result. Albeit talent, can't take it away.
No, for
but
sure.
You also can't deny the fact that every team they went up against had a significant injury.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And it ended on significant injuries.
Yep.
So it comes to no surprise that those injuries are now the reason that Iguodala is speaking out on this. Mm-hmm. Because that whole 5 years is clouded by injury. Both the opponents and their own.
And
how they battled.
And that's why some folks want to give the Warriors them asterisks.
I'm not. Yes,
that's just stupid. That's.
I don't believe in asterisks, man. I don't.
Unless it's like some super hoe ass shit that happened during the final game or some shit like that.
Now, if you come out and it comes out that the players themselves, the team cheated.
No, I'm saying like some shit like I'm saying like some shit like say like hypothetically LeBron made a shot and it literally was still in his hand, but they still counted it anyway. And like you know what I mean, right? Like say the lights went off, like the shot clock went off. The shot.
Yeah, Samaki Walker.
Yes, exactly.
I know, but they still counted it anyway. And they're like, "What the fuck? You screwed it." Then that's an asterisk.
I can only agree with you so far. Yeah, to a certain point.
Why?
That played a role in Robert Horry's shot against the Kings. Because Samaki Walker's shot at halftime, it was still in his hand when the red light was on.
Well, that was like half. I'm talking about the end of the game.
But even then, it helped put us in a position for Ori to hit.
Oh, so you don't want that shit to come back to you guys, huh?
It's all connected.
You don't want that shit to come back.
I'm not a hypocrite.
Yeah.
I realize one of our titles is.
Also, the asterisk by your title.
I still get what he's saying.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But you don't want to.
But at the same time,
just say it. I'm talking about something more like. Highlighted, like it's like crunch time, and say LeBron made a fucking. I'm saying LeBron made the shot,
like a clutch shot,
and it's still in his hand, and they slow it down, and you still see the red light go off. It's like, oh, they're gonna call it back, and then the ref goes like, nope, it's still winning. They win. Yeah, niggas will start fighting. Niggas will kill each other. Man, it'll be bad. That'll be an asterisk.
I would say, damn, they missed that. But on the flip side, I would say, well, you had that game to win that game.
Yeah.
You had that game to win.
That's still an asterisk. That still goes by an asterisk.
I'm not a person that does
that. Would be an asterisk. That would be some hoe shit.
You could be the person.
That's an asterisk. That would be some hoe shit.
You could be the person that does an asterisk. I don't do asterisks. I'm sorry.
Even if some whole shit happens.
Again, if it's the team cheating, if it's them doing it, so be it.
Okay, how about the?
I can't control what the refs do and what the refs call.
Okay, what about?
You can't blame LeBron for what the refs call.
What about in the Super Bowl? That one. Okay, how about with the what's it called? The Seahawks and the Packers when they made what's his name? That Hail Mary call, and you could tell he didn't catch it, but they still called it.
Oh,
that was stupid shit. That was stupid shit.
But what did that happen in the Super Bowl?
It's stupid shit. What the refs made the call.
Yeah.
I can't hold the players responsible for that.
So you won't call an asterisk for that?
No.
No, okay.
Not for what the refs do. I'm supposed to be upset at the player because it just so happened to work out in their favor. They did what they were supposed to do. They put themselves in a position to have a controversial outlook on it.
I don't agree with you on that shit, but
But why would you blame the player? Like,
not the player. I'm talking about that. That's still like an asterisk. You know, you didn't win that shit. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, let's get to the point.
I think he's just saying overall it's still an asterisk, not blaming nobody.
But to me, that's the unfortunate level of sports.
That's dumb.
You get a call.
No. That's an asterisk. At the end of the day, it'll be a whole ass call either way. But anyway,
because the thing of it is
Andre.
Okay. Hang on. That scenario with the Seahawks and the Packers. If that happens in the Super Bowl, are there two refs giving two different signs? Because that's also significant too. Remember, the reason why that took place was two refs gave two different signs. One said no, one said touchdown.
And then when you I'm not talking about the players. I'm just saying overall.
But you are when you say that's an asterisk.
I'm not. That's an
when
asterisk.
You say that's an asterisk, you're holding it against them.
No, I'm not holding it against them. I'm holding against the whole situation. Because you know you didn't deserve to win that game. That's all I'm saying.
But what I'm saying is you don't call out the ref. You see the person walking down the street.
JC, you know what I mean.
No, but what I'm saying is
you know what I mean.
It's not you. It's other people that'll do it.
You're looking at
it's
the whole.
Other people that'll do it. Saying, "Oh, hey, yeah, great catch," but you know it didn't count. There's an asterisk by you. That's holding it against the players.
That's just how it is. Then it'll be okay. You know what?
Exactly.
We're talking in circles right now. You know what? You're right.
Like
You're right. Anyways, let's move on. Still fucking dumb, but let's move on. Anyway, Andre Iguodala. So he called out the fucking Warriors for, bringing out the training staff and shit like that. So the Warriors just responded like, oh, that's what you gonna do? So that leads us into free agency. And it was fucking madness.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the
Everybody
procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm!
That shit was supposed to start at 3 p.m.
Shit.
And I had everything set out. Everything was perfect. I did a quick sweep on last deliveries. I did my laundry. Finished up the following day. I took Larissa out for the afternoon. It was good. I had an hour left for us to go get food and get back to her place. And as we're leaving, the fucking update comes from... And this is after Woj had announced that Kevin Durant was going to make the announcement at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. So I'm like, all right, bet. We definitely got time now.
Yeah.
And then he had to be the spoiler.
Then this motherfucker realized, oh, wait, it's not on ESPN. He's doing it on his own personal shit.
Oh, fuck you.
No. No. Kevin Durant agrees to go to the Brooklyn Nets. And at that point, I was like, okay, well, I called that. I said he was either going to stay with the Warriors to make him pay for what had happened, or he was going to dip out and go to the Nets because he's going to team up with Kyrie. There was no other explanation for why Kyrie was rushing into that deal immediately.
Yeah, that shit got announced dumb quick too, man.
Like he knew somebody else was coming, and it's KD. KD just left.
Now, granted, KD obviously this is his redshirt year. He's not going to be playing.
Yeah.
So, but the fact that they are set up for that,
it's a 4-year deal, right?
Yeah. Well, as far as I know, because that shit could change, seeing as we'll get into it in a few, just a quick few, how it changed because of the sign and trade that they're doing with the Warriors. Because a sign and trade means you got to sign with the previous team, and then your contract goes. So KD might still be eligible for that Supermax.
Wait, what? I didn't know they were doing a sign trade. I didn't hear nothing about sign trade.
Russell.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
My fault.
So I don't know if he agreed to the 4-year or if he got the 5-year and shaved points off the 5-year.
Didn't you say they both took that damn pay cut to bring in DeAndre
Right, but
Jordan?
he could still take a pay cut off of the 5-year and still make it room, because the 5-year doesn't mean that... You gotta remember, that 5-year just means it's an extra year. It doesn't mean that you just add more money over the 4 years. There's still that extra year. So you can still take money down because they made room for DeAndre Jordan to get the 4-year $40 million. So I still got to wait to see how all this plays out when they officially sign on Saturday. I'm still of the belief that it's a 4-year. But the fact it's a sign and trade, that kind of changes stuff.
Yeah, that's probably just for the D'Angelo Russell shit. But KD's with Brooklyn now. And
so is Kyrie.
And DeAndre Jordan.
Kemba Walker... This is the prime example why I do not feel bad about small market teams. I don't want to hear shit from a small market team anymore. He was eligible for that 5-year, $221 million Supermax. He then went public and said, "I'm willing to take a hometown discount."
Jordan said,
"Well, we want you to take an even bigger discount. We want to offer you $160 million." Now, if you do the math on that, that's a $61 million discount. Which means
fucking stupid.
He was only set to lose $50 million going to another team. He would have lost an additional $10 million staying. If that ain't the fucking level of disrespect, I don't know what is.
Hey,
Seriously.
Jordan don't like niggas. He don't like niggas. He done told you that.
He liked Nick Batum enough to give that motherfucker an outrageous deal where he's making $30 million a year.
Is he niggas?
Yes.
Well, he likes some niggas.
It has nothing to do with that. It's the fact that he's lowballing because it's like, well, we're not going to win, so why am I going to pay you the money? But it's like, you weren't winning with Nick Batum coming in the fold, but you gave him that money. And Nick Batum ain't been to an all-star game. He ain't been all-NBA any one of the first, second, or third teams. So how you going to play Kemba Walker out like that?
Serious.
The irony of it is that you're saying MJ don't like niggas. Well, Kemba ends up signing to a place that's notoriously known for not liking niggas, which is Boston, which was the replacement for Kyrie.
Yes.
So that's the irony of it all, which is like, all right, fine. And then to make matters worse, they agreed to do the sign and trade to get scary Terry Rozier as a starting point guard, but he gets $18 million a year.
Wait,
sorry, Rozier's not worth that money to me.
Nah.
And I know, and this ain't even talking
nah.
about money in terms of comparing their money to me. We're comparing the open market in the NBA.
Yeah.
Terry Rozier's not worth $18 million a year. Sorry, he's just not.
Nope.
My limit on that would be 15, and that's pushing it. But that's just because Cats is throwing out money, so you might as well.
Yeah.
I can see him at 15. 18? No. No.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense to me, dog.
So MJ's got a lot of shit on his hands. Al Horford left Boston to go to Philly on a 4-year deal. As a result of that, Jimmy Butler is now going to Miami.
In a 4-team trade?
Which I didn't even realize until they brought that scenario up. Jimmy in Miami makes perfect sense to me. You want to be the number one and you don't want to pay state taxes? Here you go.
Yeah,
be the number one, you don't pay state taxes. Then out of nowhere, the Heat flip that and get Whiteside, who's on the last year of his deal, making $27 million, send him to Portland. After Portland gave Damian Lillard a 4-year, $196 million extension to make him the first player to get $50 million in a few years.
Shout out to Oakland.
Yes. Major. And then somehow Mo Harkless ends up with the Clippers in this 4-deal trade and a draft pick. So at that point, I was like, okay, that took a long time. They could have just announced that all at once, but sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
Seriously.
Utah, of course, did the deal over the weekend, or last weekend, or the previous week with Mike Conley, which is a great fucking trade pickup. Then they get Bogdanovich, who's a hell of a damn pickup. You slide him in, that's a stretch 4. Makes everybody's life miserable. I'm actually watching the Jazz this season because I'm like, yo, they got something there, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed that, Martine, but when I saw Bogdanovich, I was like, okay, you got me there.
And meanwhile,
I mean, sort of.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Kawhi is just chilling.
As he should. He controls all this.
And
so
he's just silent.
Yeah.
Downloading, playing video games, eating munchies.
Now, as of now,
Malcolm Brogdon got traded too, I believe,
to
to Indianapolis.
Pacers.
Yeah.
So they lose Bogdanovich, and then they get Brogdon.
Shit.
But then Milwaukee re-upped on Chris Middleton. Chris Middleton got $178 million.
Wait, no, Brogdon was on the fucking Bucks, bro.
No, that's what I'm saying. Chris Middleton got $178
Oh yeah, that shit was
million.
Oh no, that dude. When I seen that number, I was like, y'all
$178
Y'all so stupid,
million.
man.
Now I'm happy for him.
Oh
because
no,
I'm never hating on the player for taking the money.
Definitely not
Especially
that.
because, of course, he came from the G League, worked his way up into All-Star. Great. But I'm looking at that like, whoa, you have a lot of faith in him.
Serious.
All right, you can do it. But then they brought Brook Lopez back, and I was like, that's a good move.
Yeah.
Then they brought his twin over. Even better move.
Right.
So that's going to be curious. My money right now is on Philly. Just for the simple fact that the one person that could stop Joel Embiid, they just signed him. So he's playing power forward now for them. And they re-upped on Tobias Harris for what? What was it, 150 mil?
It was something along those lines.
Something wild?
Yeah.
I know he's not his supermax, but he signed the max amount he could get. They gave up Redick. Pelicans got Redick and Favors.
They got Favors?
Yes.
Shit.
Their starting 5 is about to be Favors,
That's fucking
Zion Williamson,
Seriously.
Ingram, Drew, and Lonzo.
Wow.
That's a nice 5.
Yeah. That's
Very, very
bad at
nice
all.
5. Seth Curry went over to the Mavs.
Yeah.
can't hate on that deal because he got his money. He got $8 million a year for 4 years.
Didn't he play with them before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was like the add-on extra, and he only played because they got hurt.
Right.
So he proved his worth there. Then he went to Portland this year, proved it, came back, said, "Run me my coin." It just got announced. Isaiah Thomas just signed with the Wizards, and then he posted up a line from Nipsey on dedication, which is how long should I say dedicated? How long till opportunity meets preparation? I like that considering all he's been through. I talk shit about him when the last few months with the Lakers, but again, that's just in the middle of in the game.
He literally has been through a lot.
Yeah, he deserves that.
Really?
Bulls is getting players. Everybody is signing players. Even the Lakers got some nice little cheap shooter for cheap from Phoenix. It's a guy that unless you had league pass, you was watching Phoenix.
Crickets?
Tony. I forgot what the hell his name is, but it's Tony something. But apparently he's one of those guys where if you leave him open for 3, it's butter.
Shit.
They got him for $2.1 million. So I'm like, I'll take that.
Yeah,
cool.
seriously.
It just got announced that Kawhi told the Clippers he doesn't plan on moving forward with them. So at this point, it's Raptors versus Lakers.
So pretty much as of right now, Kawhi is still deciding.
It's Raptors versus Lakers at this point.
Pretty much. So
I like our chances.
So right now,
Yeah.
I thought I was smoking some weed. Anyway, as of right now,
Martin didn't go crazy. You just smelled
no,
stuff.
I just thought, yeah. Anyway, we don't know right now.
It wasn't me.
But pretty much by when we come back, whenever, Kawhi's either gonna stay up north or he gonna be in LA. We gonna see.
Yeah. So everybody's getting a lot of people.
Except
There's one team that still got some people, but it just wasn't the people who they thought they were going to get.
Was it? Did they get KD?
He's in Brooklyn.
Did they get Kyrie?
He's in Brooklyn.
No.
Who else is there?
Zion?
Zion?
He's in New Orleans.
No.
Are they gonna get Kawhi?
He's not on the mix.
No.
They had
saying.
DeAndre Jordan, but he's in Brooklyn. That actually kind of makes it worse. He already played for them, and then he's like, "Nah, I'm good," and he left.
So who do the Knicks got? Nobody! In the words of Harbaugh, who's better than the Knicks? Everybody! Everybody's better than the Knicks. Knicks get nothing. You lose, good day, sir.
They actually got a 20. They almost got a double-double guy, Julius Randle.
Yeah.
I'm actually low-key a little... I can't go in on them that much today because I'm like, oh, you got Julius Randle. Fuck. You get away from that one.
I could.
I can only tease them about... Well, you're casual, so whatever.
I could.
I can only tease them on the fact that they didn't get the names they wanted. But in terms of who
they were
got,
hyping that shit up for the past whole year, dog. He get nobody.
Julius Randle is like, he's Zion. Without the hops.
Without the hops.
No.
And Enos Cantor he said that. Now he's playing for Boston, so he could have kept playing Zion without the hops for only 2 years, but he went to the East. Now you got to keep playing for 4 years. Get another 45 drop
Like we talked about last week, they said all these fans really thought. And then what made it worse is that the owner said flat out. Sources said the owner said he didn't even want to give KD the whole max contract because of his whole Achilles injury. Man, if I was a Knicks fan, you thought I hated Jed York? Oh, boy.
And the funny thing about it is KD didn't even take the max because, again, he shaved points off the money to make room for it. So all you do is just offer it to him. The fact he didn't even offer it.
It's the principle. And also there was that video that came out of him of KD signing an autograph. Like, oh, when you coming to the Knicks? Never.
Yep.
So. Oh, man.
Warriors fuck. I won't even say fuck
Warriors
over.
fuck.
Because
Warriors fuck.
I was gonna say they fucked themselves, but they didn't. Because
just,
they were able to get a sign and trade for D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah.
They really fucked the Knicks. And the Knicks weren't even playing.
Warriors still fucking taking people's souls. Even in the offseason. They take your soul.
Even in the offseason. Goddamn.
Even in the offseason, the Warriors find some way. Everyone kept counting them out. And as soon as they signed D'Angelo Russell, I was like, what the fuck? And Rossi put The Undertaker waking up. Like, what? Okay.
Yeah. Now, granted, the Warriors are still in no position where they're going to be competing this year for a title.
Right.
Which is the most important thing.
Playoffs, maybe.
Playoffs, possibly, because now they don't have to rely on Draymond being the number 2, which is a blessing.
Though.
Now, D'Angelo Russell brings a hell of a lot of offense, so that's cool. defense on that shit. Those are gonna be some high ass fucking scoring games. Like you know, you used to seeing high scoring games with the Warriors still winning by 20. It ain't gonna be that this year.
Oh, I believe it.
It's gonna be a lot of
I
fucking
know
close
that
ass
much.
games.
Oh, for sure.
I know that much. That'll be so exciting.
They just re-upped on Kevon Looney, so they got him back.
Oh, yeah, didn't the owners re-up on their contract too with the Warriors?
Well, the owner owns the team, so he ain't got to.
No, not the GM. I mean,
Bob Myers re-upped for another 2 years. But they traded Iggy. Because
after that interview.
Because they had to make room for D'Angelo Russell. Now, the word is that Iggy got traded to Memphis, and in turn, they also sent picks over to Memphis. So that's all Memphis wanted. The word is they're going to reach a buyout with Iggy, and Iggy's going to end up playing for the Lakers. I like that.
Yeah, same here.
Because that means you're bringing a 3-time champion and a Finals MVP who's going to be, depending on what happens with Kawhi, he could possibly be coming off the bench in that role, and we would only rely on 15, 20 minutes, so he doesn't have to expend himself.
And he's used to that already.
Yeah.
Man, it's still wild to me. I've asked you this before. I'm going to say it again. Not to the people. There's never been a player that won that in 1 year he took a team to the finals, won MVP, and then the next year went to another team.
There's never been a player that did that outside of the last portion that you took. So literally, it's the first.
So if this will happen, if he wants to be, well, I can't say he wants to be Jon Snow. If he still wants to remain the king of the North, so be it. But if he wants to go in that beautiful California weather, don't be all in the videos.
Well, he gonna be in videos. He'll just be quiet.
Yeah,
just staring, blankly staring. Like that video of like Jay-Z when he's blankly staring while everyone in Rockefeller. Yeah, that's gonna be Kawhi. Even after they win the MVP over LeBron, he's just gonna hold the trophy. Like, can I go home now?
I'm ready to eat. I'm ready to go eat.
I want to go eat now.
Bored man hungry. What's wrong?
Bored man. Man, he doesn't even talk in third person. Like just, I don't know. It's oh man, if he does sign with the Lakers, y'all, that would be the fucking Death Star for y'all.
If he signs with the Lakers, you know how I'm responding. It's bad for a lot of fucking people.
I already know, Jason.
Yes, it is.
It's bad for a lot of people.
Y'all, you see, I called the Warriors like that was the Monstars. You guys would be the Death Star.
No, we're not the Death Star. We're reality.
We're
inevitability. That's what the fuck. We are inevitability. We are the.
Donald said the same shit too.
We are the lone. Well, that's fine. That's sci-fi.
I was about to say, man, that's a comic book.
We are the lone team that you can count on throughout everything. When all the other teams are done winning, it always rotates back to us.
Yeah, like that's why I'm calling you guys
every decade.
I'm saying
the only decade
guys,
we didn't win is the 90s. And even then, you can still throw a technicality because of the 99-2000
exactly.
year.
All I'm saying from a casual fan viewpoint, I'm looking at what's going on. This is just the Death Star being constructed, and now y'all just need that little death laser beam to be installed, and when that happens,
oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody, stay calm.
Boom.
Yeah. From what I'm hearing, from what I heard with Kawhi, it'll be a duo, because I heard if Kawhi comes, Danny Green also comes. We need that.
Yep. So that'd be nice.
Now you factor in a team that has Danny Green and Iguodala possibly coming off the bench. And we drafted a kid that I don't know if he's going to be ready to play right away, but the fact he's got that 7'3" wingspan,
7'1", and he stands at 6'4". Like, bro,
yeah. If Kawhi gets signed, fuck the Raptors. Christmas game should be the Lakers and Warriors. Fuck it.
For what?
I just entertainment.
Christmas game should be Lakers versus the Nets.
Serious, dude. That would be fucking amazing.
Or Lakers versus Philly.
Yeah,
you trying to think of finals? You trying to think of finals about what the fuck we care about the Warriors playing on Christmas Day? It's done with them.
I'm just saying now from my own entertainment. So you all want entertainment. I want entertainment. Our entertainment is just a tad bit different.
But why would you want to play the Warriors?
Because I want to watch it.
There's only Steph playing and Draymond.
Because I want to watch it. There's
nobody want to see that shit.
That's you. I want to watch it.
No Lakers want to see that shit.
Nobody want to see that shit.
Get out of here.
I'm here. I'm still here.
Play that shit on 2K. Nobody want to see that.
I'm going to watch. I want to watch it. So that's y'all.
The only reason I would even want a fucking Lakers Warriors Christmas game is like to see if Iguodala just shoves the shit out of Steph.
Steph. You just want all that.
That's the only reason why I would want to say, like, is that going to happen? Is he going to talk shit to the bench at some point? That's the only reason. Like, there's nothing for us to like. If KD and Clay were healthy and they were stayed, of course, perfect.
Well, yeah.
But there's nothing to. You're literally going to put Steph against.
I told you. I want to watch it. Don't explain it.
That's
I just
cool.
want to
Play
watch
it on
it.
2K, 'cause it
I
ain't
just
gonna
want to
run.
watch it. That's it.
Watch it on 2K. I'm
Nah.
telling you right now because that's not gonna be the Christmas.
I just want to watch it. Just me, myself, and I.
That's cool. I just want to
Yeah.
see us play against the Celtics. I mean,
Well, that's
Get back to
obvious.
tradition.
yeah, exactly.
Well, that's just obvious. man.
Get back to tradition and make that the way it goes. Another person who's still in the fold, Boogie Cousins. Now imagine a scenario where Kawhi does come, Iguodala does get bought out, and he signs out. If I'm right in what I'm hearing with the double package, Danny Green comes in. You already got Anthony Davis. You can play him at the 4 or the 5, and then you get a backup in Boogie, and you don't really have to play him that much.
Damn.
If you factor that in, I said this towards the end of last season. If the offseason runs good, I've completely forgot about what happened last season because I already had it in mind. I've already said Lakers 2020. We were winning last year.
We both had said that
like I said,
as soon as LeBron got signed.
Yeah,
bro.
LeBron just checked out last season. He just mentally checked out. He's like, oh, y'all niggas don't like me for sure.
So if all this comes to fruition, I'm looking at it like LeBron's looking at it like, oh, y'all want to play super teams, huh? All right, bet for sure. I'll be back.
He's like, I started this shit.
You know what? Keep the ball. I'll be back. Don't worry about it. That's how I'm looking at it if all this comes to fruition. Yo, you wanted to play the super team deal? Cool. Don't worry about it. I'll handle it.
I'm gonna make my own team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all got that window.
Matter of fact, you don't for real. Don't even worry about it because I'm gonna go do Space Jam. Unbeknownst to us, he was using Space Jam as a way to tamper. I mean, Anthony Davis waving the fucking $4 million. We know where that $4 million is being made up at.
Space Jam. Fucking Space Jam, bro.
Fucking soundtrack. All I care about is that damn soundtrack. That's all I fucking care about. Shit.
That's fine, but
care.
we're talking about Lakers business. If you don't want to talk Lakers business, that's cool.
You talk about Space Jam. I'm talking about the damn soundtrack. So I'm just adding that little part in there. That's all. Anyway, what's going on in Toronto with the Raptors? Even though they're low key still begging for Kawhi to stay.
Well, they ain't begging. They gave up the offer. If he wants to stay, he wants to stay. If not, they're gonna celebrate that championship for the next decade.
For the next fucking 20 fucking years.
And as they should. They're the first international team to win and take the championship from the country.
As soon as fucking hoe ass is in there, that's what happens.
There's only been 2 though, right? The only 2 I can think of are like Vancouver Grizzlies,
Vancouver
and Toronto. That's it, right? Yeah.
Damn, that's historic. Sorry, Warriors.
You could again, Kawhi could leave, and it's like there's no feeling bad for the Raptors because they bet it all and they won.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what do you feel bad about? They got it.
I don't feel bad. It's crazy when Raptor fans are like making petitions begging his ass to stay. That shit was just wild.
He brought them a title, man.
Yeah.
Like seriously.
But Masai Ujiri apparently is going to turn down that Wizards offer, which it started coming out that they weren't offering everything that they were allegedly offering. So he's like, all right, well, I'm good. I'm chilling here. Then the report came out that the whole situation with the Oakland Sheriff at the end of Game 6, Sheriff was lying.
That's not surprised.
Witnesses say that the Sheriff not only instigated it, but that Masai did not put hands on him until he was put in a position where the Sheriff was touching him and he was trying to break free. And that led to, I wouldn't call it big outrage because it didn't reach big old story, but it led to people bringing up, if that Sheriff felt comfortable making that lie up in front of all those people.
That's true, man.
And y'all still believe in the police in one-on-one situations that don't involve cameras?
Damn, that didn't even cross my mind at all until you said that shit.
Yeah.
Well, besides all the free agency, the best part about all this shit was Stephen A. fucking Smith. Boy.
When I tell you,
that boy was defeated. That first video of him, man.
When I tell you I had everything set up as far as timers on my phone this morning for everything he was on, I had timers set up for everything he was on this morning. What he produced today on both television and radio,
this past Monday,
he secured the bag. ESPN has to make him the highest paid employee in the history after what happened.
Just off his pain.
Off of the pain. You got to turn pain into money for that.
Yeah. Oh man,
pain for profit.
He looks so sad, man. Like at first when they announced, you saw him on Twitter, and he looked like a defeated Man. Then, a few minutes later, he goes on the jump on ESPN, and he looked like he was on the verge of tears.
And then what made it all the more funny was Rachel Nichols said, but Stephen A., the Knicks are talking about getting Portis and Reggie Bullock. And there was a little delay because he was waiting for it. And the way his face
just scrunched
into the perfect Thiz face.
He's like, motherfucker. And then she just shrugged her shoulders like, hey.
Yeah.
He was so sad. And I felt like, and then on his first take this past Monday morning, man, it opened. I literally woke up and literally turned the first take. I was like, let's see if he's on. And I literally just turned to it and I just see the fade in of him just on the window with his head down. Looked like the opening of fucking one of these soap operas, The Young and the Restless.
My old friend.
Yeah, he just looked so sad. And then who's the moderator for first take? Molly
Kiram.
Murray Kiram came him and just hugged him, and he just looked so just defeated. And it was one of those times.
He probably needed a hug, man.
It was one of those times I wish Skip Bayless was there. It was one of those times I wish it was him and Skip Bayless, just so Skip could just roast his ass. Man, it was beautiful television. He looks he just looks like he just wants to give up. He said flat out, "It's over. It's just." Over. One of my other homeboys, not Stephen A, but one of my Knicks fans, he just said flat out, if the Nets go and win this series, man, if the Nets go and win next year the title, I'm going to the parade. I deserve a parade, damn it. My other homegirl.
I'll tell you this, man. I ain't going to none of the Warriors parades.
No, that's not
I ain't gonna go to no Clippers parade if that ever happens. Which
man, don't put that in.
Kawhi just said that he ain't thinking about the Clippers.
Yeah, so that ain't gonna happen anytime soon.
But shouts back to Beverly, he got his money.
Yeah,
3 year, $40 million.
No, I go to say my homegirl. She posted. It was like because a boyfriend came from New York. He's like, yeah. My boyfriend's so fucking hurt right now. Brooklyn's Finest from Reasonable Doubt came on. He just turned that shit off. He's like, turn that shit off. I don't want to hear that right now.
But that's my thing is, why were you surprised? Like. Again,
some people don't think like us, JC. You got to remember that.
You got to understand. Stephen A. reported this.
Some people don't watch the fans.
No, I'm talking about the people who tuned in and listened to Stephen A., watched Stephen A., and they were still pissed off. When Stephen A. was the one that reported that Kyrie signed with Rock Nation. The Twins, one's the president of Rock Nation. The other one's the damn CEO of the Nets. Kevin Durant
what's the show called, JC?
I'm not talking about you and the casual fans. I'm talking about the people that pay attention and listen on every day. You were being warned.
But still.
Kevin Durant, the surgeon that did the procedure, is the Nets doctor.
I told you, Jason, what's this show called? It's called The Illogical Sense. Some people just lack logic. Even if you feel like, even when they pay attention to the logic's in your face and they still want to act illogical. It's just the way it is with this world, man. People are stupid.
To me, he was warned. He was the one reporting on this shit first.
Yeah.
Now, for him, I can understand because he got, like as Martine was saying, sometimes you got to put your job as the media person over the fact that you're a lifelong fan of the team that you just happen to talk about. Yeah. So reality probably hit him at that way. But as far as the other people go, he kept telling you what was in line and what he was hearing, what was going to happen.
No, I think Knicks fans knew. They knew. They were just in denial. That's all. They were just in denial.
Yeah, honestly,
and they had their hopes up. When it was a preview how New York is going to be trash when the Giants drafted that quarterback. That was the omen. Like, y'all ain't getting Zion. And what happened? They didn't get Zion. I was like, y'all ain't getting KD. What happened? They ain't getting KD. They ain't getting Kyrie. They ain't getting shit. Nothing. Oh well.
Yeah, New York sports is just cursed, man.
Yeah.
Well, but then again, there are the Yankees. So.
Now I say this.
Shit.
Now I say this, and for all we know, they actually could have set themselves up to get Giannis in 2 years. If you think about it. If you really think about it. Do I think it's going to happen? No, but RJ Barrett.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Julius Randle's a double-double, man.
Yeah.
Watch them trade his ass.
They're not going to do that. That's the one thing they got right. Unless they're getting a superstar back, unless they're able to trade potential on a superstar, at that point is what you should be doing.
For sure.
Situation, unless it's a young LeBron, like one of those once-in-a-lifetime guys, he's not going anywhere.
Well, there's that. Well, that's free agency. Still ongoing. Well, how long is this going? Until when? Whenever?
Free agency occurs free agency is here until the end of the season.
Okay. That's all.
Until the start of the season.
No, free agent sign
Oh,
all year.
yeah.
That's all I'm asking.
Yeah.
That's all I'm asking. Just,
You're asking about the hype of free agency.
That's what I meant,
It's
the
going to
hype.
be going on
Oh.
for another week.
Okay.
Free agency is trades are open now. Like
okay, that's
Trades
all.
are going on to the
That's
trade
all
deadline.
I was asking as a casual fan. I don't know shit. Anyway, in the world of wrestling, I've been saying there's just a whole bunch of shit going on in WWE. I woke up to this shit and I'm just like, what? So apparently ratings are going down the tube. So Vince McMahon panicked, and he has now hired Paul Heyman, the ex-owner of ECW, and Eric Bischoff, the ex-owner of WCW, to become head executives of creative within the WWE. Yeah, so Paul Heyman's running Raw, Eric Bischoff is running SmackDown. They still report to Vince McMahon. Wrestling fans have mixed feelings. I have mixed feelings. I'm just on some wait and see shit. Raw's going on as we're talking. People saying it's one of the best shows because Paul Heyman low-key took over. So, we gonna see. Maybe shit start making sense now. Maybe. Yeah.
I mean, you bring Bischoff and Heyman back into the fold, you would imagine. Shit.
That's just why. And plus, Paul Heyman didn't want to. He said flat out he never wanted to be back in creative anymore because that was whole stressful. Eric Bischoff hasn't been in wrestling. He's been doing like conventions and podcasts and shit and interviews, but he said he never wanted to go back into wrestling. So if Vince did some Jedi mind trick and convinced him this will be okay, and pretty much looked at him and said, "Help me! Help!" So we gonna see. Anyway, Shaka Khan. What did Shaka Khan do? She said some stupid shit I saw. I didn't read.
Well, she went and she did this
You saw, but
interview.
she didn't read.
She did this interview. I forgot who she did it with, but it was kind of like, I don't even know if it was like flash questions, like hot fire or whatever. But they got into several items. One of them was Through the Wire. They asked her how she felt about Through the Wire. Her response was one of the most wildest. This is why it's so important why generations have to try to find a common ground with each other. Because her explanation on why she hated Through the Wire didn't make sense.
What did she
Ah,
say?
shit.
She said, well, when he said he wanted to sample it and he was explaining how it was his life story and what it was going on, I thought it was great. But then I played it, I didn't like it because my vocals were all sped up.
That's just the crack talking.
What kind of shit is that?
And I was like, that's how samples work. In hip-hop, you don't play them at the regular tempo or BPM.
Well, you can, but
It won't sound
it's
right.
not usually how that works.
It's not what you're. It's not. It depends on what sound you're looking for too. You know what I mean?
Like you break it, and that's the part of a sample. You take a piece of it and you recreate it.
Yeah.
So I laughed at that and I was like, all right, bet.
That explains her performance when she performed with them at the Grammys.
Then she brought up Stevie Wonder.
What, so she can see?
Yeah.
I mean, that's been a well-known fact. That's been well-known for a minute now. I mean,
And I was like, all right, even if it's been well known,
well, it's like not well-known. But
That's
it's like
one where you don't say it. You just let everybody think it.
Right.
Don't say that.
It's like a myth.
Yeah.
like he's been had his vision back.
Yeah.
He just chooses to be blind.
But yeah. So that's just how that. I don't understand how that works. But that's what she was rocking with. So
And
weird.
like I said, my mom swore she'll never see her live again, and you got a complete example of that. So snitching and fucking saying Kanye's.
Well, I blame you because you put that in the universe.
That's hey, I'll
You
take it.
brought that up last week. And
I'll take it.
Yeah.
That's whatever. What we say on this podcast, it fucking happens.
Yeah.
So
Shaka Khan,
Shaka Khan, like fucking Beetlejuice. Shit. Candyman, Beetlejuice, Shaka Khan. Shit.
You gotta turn the light off and say Shaka Khan in that refrain 3 times, and then she pops up and talks shit about your wardrobe.
and then disappears.
Yeah.
Anyway, unfortunate news: Slim 400 got shot in Compton.
10 times.
I never heard that. I heard of the name, but how is his music? I heard the name. I never.
He's the one that does the interludes on YG's album on My Crazy Life.
What do you mean the interlude?
The when it ends and it goes to the I don't love the hoes. Bitch, I gave you all my money. Take care of my kids.
That was Slim 400.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Damn.
And do you dance, YG? Do you dance?
That was Slim 400.
Yeah, Slim 400.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, he's in critical condition, from what I heard.
They said he's in critical but stable.
Yeah.
So we hope it stays that
10
way.
times,
Yeah, exactly.
man. YG does not need more of that shit.
Nah, YG said that he's doing better.
Yeah.
You know,
but I'm saying, like, with what he's going on right now with Nipsey dying and now this, like, he
I don't
doesn't need
know.
more
I
of
don't know
that.
if you read the LA Times, but the proceedings in court with Eric Holder on what got read out about Nipsey.
Oh, I saw that shit.
The 6 shots were only accounted for the bullets they removed. He was shot 10 times.
Nipsey?
Eric Holder had 2 guns and was shooting. That's how he was able to shoot the other 2.
Oh, fuck.
They said when he kicked him, Nipsey responded, "Okay, you got me." From the testimony from everybody around when he ran.
Shit.
So he was still coherent on what was going on after getting shot all those times. But in reading that, I had to stop. There was more. I had to stop at that point. So I was like,
Yeah, I don't know why you kept reading that. Man, that's... Anyway. And open nice news. Google offered a black man, Devin Chesner, a job for his Juneteenth artwork. So that's a round of applause.
Definitely a round of applause. Google usually, of course, they do their artworks on significant days.
Christmas, holidays,
right.
random...
Juneteenth came, they didn't have one. So then Davion, he took to social media. He had a nice artwork.
I remember seeing that.
It was a slave who was breaking the chains, and the chains spelled out Google.
Right.
Google was like, "Damn, we fucked up, but you want a job?"
Shit.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he took it, but he got offered the job. So congrats to him.
Yeah, skip the next topic. I want to skip the next topic. I want to get that to the end. So.
The baby now has 1 year probation for defending himself in the Walmart. That's good. I'm glad.
Yeah,
stay inside.
He's good. Exactly.
Just stay inside. Don't hit nobody.
That was not cold-blooded murder. That was clear self-defense.
Yep.
Somebody ran up on him with a gun.
Yep.
He told you in a song, don't run up on him when he's got it, because he's going to win that.
I mean, just don't run up on people like that, period. And that's and you're going to face the consequences.
You would think.
You would think, but this is the illogical sense. So,
I mean, running up on somebody is one thing, because we know that's how life works, unfortunately.
Yeah.
To run up on a nigga who told you in a song, don't run up on me because I have it and I'm going to win that, and you still did it, and it ended the way it ended.
I don't know what type of energy he brings, man, because all this shit always just happens to him. He just needs
he is a hood nigga.
I know, but the hood will forget you somehow. Anyway.
But see, that's for me, that don't qualify. He was defending us.
I know, but I'm talking about all the other shit that happened after the fact. All the other shit that's been going on with him. So
it seems like he's always on defense. He's always in a position to defend himself.
Yeah.
Like he's always in some shit.
And he's always winning.
Yeah, for real.
That's what I'm saying. He ain't asking for
it. It's the fucking hip hop Floyd or some shit. Like, he's always winning.
That's what I'm saying. He's always winning. He's not asking for it, and he always warns him, "Leave me alone," and then they just...
He will whoop your ass and then go on stage and perform. And he's seen footage. He's performed and he's whooped your ass and went back to performing.
Yep. Yeah. Anyway.
Shout out to the baby, man.
Yeah, for sure. California became the first state to ban hair discrimination. All you jobs, man, don't be fucking assholes. If you see a dreadheaded nigga walk in, better hire that nigga.
Long overdue. That being said, they did change it, so...
You don't got hair. That don't really affect me. My hair cool.
That would affect me facial hair-wise.
Oh, facial hair too?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just hair in general.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Well, you can't discriminate anyway.
Yeah.
Bitches. Anyway. Anyway. Rock Nation.
Maxo Cream.
Who's Maxo Cream?
Okay, he's from Houston.
Okay.
I don't want to let me phrase that. I'm gonna say from Texas because I don't want to fuck that up. I know how they get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, but he's from Texas. Dude is like, I've been listening to him for a couple years now. Like, I was asking if you were gonna listen to his album. I thought it was coming out this weekend, but it's actually coming out on the 19th.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this shit.
Gotcha.
Like, y'all should pay attention, I think.
Yeah, you're right on. You're right on Rico Rich.
Roddy Ricch.
You're right on him. So I think and if Hov signed him, so
yeah, no, that's the thing. Like, it's more than just me saying he's, potentially good and shit. But like, obviously, he's got that big cosign.
Mm-hmm. If you still in the Rock Nation, if Hov's people see something in you, well, pretty much Hov himself, then there's something. So anyway, this is pretty interesting to me. So what was it, on Sunday, Monday, whatever, it was on Saturday, late Saturday. I was just chilling at home and I was just on YouTube. And I kept scrolling and I see a recommendation came up. Because how sometimes YouTube always be recommending you like videos and shit like that from what you watch. So I keep seeing this dude keep popping up named NF. And he had a song called When I Grow Up. And I looked and you know how they kind of show like the little highlight snippet, not the gifs of it from the videos and shit.
Yeah.
I looked and it was just a regular ass white boy, and I'm like, okay, so you one of them white suburb like rappers that raps pretty fast and shit. I'm like, okay, whatever. I kept seeing it, so then one night I was like, you know what? Let me just watch this shit, just see how he looks. So I was watching him, and the video was pretty dope. Like he was on a fucking like dumpster truck or whatever, and he was rapping, and like it was like a whole cinematic booming epic beat and shit. And the way he was rapping hella like kind of rapping fast but kind of slow, kind of reminded me of a mix between Eminem and MGK and shit. And I was just like, that's not so bad. Okay, let me see how many people view this shit. I looked at the views. It came out like at that moment, it was like 3 days ago, like 3 days. It said 53 million views, and I was like,
What kind of shit is that?
huh? 53 million? I never heard of this nigga. I was like, I'm not saying that, but it's just like that many people watched. So then I did mine. So I started watching more videos of him and shit like that. And all his videos had like millions upon millions of views and shit. All of them had 1 million. It wasn't like no 500,000, 900,000. They all had like millions of views and shit. This stretches back for like 3 years. And I'm just like, oh, so he's been around for a minute. Okay. So then I started doing my research on him. And I'm seeing like they look at him as a Christian rapper, but then he doesn't want to call himself a Christian rapper. So I'm just thinking, okay, so you're not one of those, but you got the Christian rap fan group.
That makes sense. That's Lecrae. That's Lecrae's line, where you're not a Christian rapper. You identify yourself as a Christian,
but he doesn't identify himself as that. That's the thing. He used to, but now he really just doesn't at all.
Well, no. But what I'm saying is,
I know what you mean.
It's like they want to label you as a Christian rapper, but it's like, no, I'm a Christian. I happen to rap.
Yeah. He kind of is like that, but now he's kind of on almost damn near on some atheist shit. And it's just like, and like I look at all his videos, it kind of reminds me, like his whole image kind of reminds me of The Weeknd, because he has like these dark balloons and shit. Then he has like the Joker mask and shit like that. I'm going like, I looked at his Instagram. He had like over 1 million followers. I'm like, where the fuck is it? I was just looking like, am I in the Twilight Zone? How the fuck do I not know this nigga? It was like mind blowing that he has all these followers, and I'm looking at his music, and he reminds me of M. Like when I say flat out like M, like I did more research, and it turned out Eminem fucking sent a subliminal to him on Kamikaze. On The Ringer, and when he said the line, when he said like, yeah, like that NFing, like an NFing recovery clone is me, and I looked at the lyrics and I'm like, he said NF. Oh, it was a play on words and shit like that. And I looked at one of the videos, and he was literally wearing like a hoodie. He wore like the little baseball cap and shit, and all this other crap. And I'm like, this does look like Recovery M. And then it went all the way as far back as he took out a fucking chainsaw.
This guy's overseas.
No, he lives in Michigan. He lives out here.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, bro. He went and then
I probably looked up to him. I mean, obviously.
Oh yeah, obviously he did. Yeah,
He's from Michigan.
Easy.
But when you have your whole image kind of look like him a little bit, like damn near resemble him, and then it gets to the point. Well, I'm looking at his concert because he went on tour with Logic at one time. I was like, okay, that's the Logic shit. But then I'm looking at his tours, his headline tours. He has sold out venues and shit. Dude, he had the #1 album 2 years ago, and I'm like, what?
What?
Wow.
Yes. Like, how
did you? Time out. You said the
Billboard?
#1?
Yes. Yes. #1. He has some platinum records too. And I'm like, how do I not know this? Like,
what the fuck?
And then I listened to his raps, and all his records low-key kind of sound the same. I have that Immortal Technique feel to it. Like, okay, it's the same shit. It's like overly emotion. It's like overly emo rap, like a cinematic aggressive emo rap. That's what I call it. And he's rapping his ass like, like he's rapping his, and it reminds me of MGK. And I'm like, wow, if I was like a really depressed white boy and I see this white boy, I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah. But can you rap about anything else? No? Okay. And then it gets to the point, now I see why M was looking at you weird. And then I'm looking at his interviews and all this other stuff. So then it just reminds me of like all the, like Russ, because Russ did his interview with like Joe Budden, which was really great. Y'all should watch. But it's just like, damn, Russ got like a whole huge fan base. He sold out fucking Staples Center.
I saw his fucking wall and I was like, where?
The power of like, and like the NF dude, he has like a huge Legion fan base, but barely the mainstream doesn't know about him. And I feel like something's gonna happen when he gets the #1 album over one of our favorites, and everyone's gonna be like, who the fuck is he? I feel
like they're probably the most dangerous.
That's what I'm saying.
Artist wise in the industry.
Yeah.
Like the ones who don't need the mainstream
at all
stamp to gain what the mainstream artists gain.
Yeah.
If you did that shit by yourself,
he's on Capitol, but literally he did it by himself, and I feel like
that's because it's the same with Russ. Like, I didn't listen to Russ until last year.
I didn't listen to.
I listened to Russ and I was like, why are people clowning him? He's not bad at all.
I heard about Russ, but the only time I really heard about him was when he talked shit about the blogs and shit. You remember that shit? That's when I really found out.
I didn't listen to him that happened because I had no idea who. Everybody's like, "Oh, Russ is hating." I'm like, "Who the hell's?" I was talking about Russell Westbrook.
Oh shit!
I heard of his name. I heard about Russ, but it was like I never listened to him. Then when I kind of listened to his music, I'm like, oh, he good. But then he has a fan base like that where you have your whole fans reciting your lyrics and shit. That was with the NF dude. And then when you look at him, he looks like a regular ass white boy. And I'm looking at this like, and you niggas don't know about it. Like, and I know the timeline and all that, and other people like mainstream hip hop media don't know about him yet. And I'm just saying it because it's like...
That's wild, man.
How old is he?
He's like 26.
Oh, he's perfect age.
Mm-hmm. And what's even more crazy is I was randomly watching an Eminem video, and when I watched this video, you know how they had the ad show up? Mm-hmm. An ad for his video just popped up. Randomly.
So that means they know.
Mm-hmm.
Algorithms, it's a no.
Yeah.
That's wild.
I'm telling you, people, like that NF dude, like, he's not for me. I like his music is cool, but he reminds me a little too much of MGK a bit. Kind of. Like a mix between Eminem and MG. He has the perfect mode for it. I don't know, man. It's just kind of creepy. Like, y'all should watch out for this shit, because those, like you said, those are the type of artists y'all need to just pay attention to.
Yeah.
Because
that's interesting.
Yeah. So if he gets the number one album over shit, Taylor Swift, I don't know. Probably, you never know. If he gets a number one album over somebody like DJ Khaled or over
it's gonna take that one time get a number one over somebody that we all thought had it secured, and then everybody's looking like, who the hell's that? That's all it takes.
That's seriously. What happened. Yeah, that's what happened with Jeezy.
The rest is gonna be history.
Yeah.
I was shocked for two reasons just now because I got two updates. One, Bradley Beal may be getting traded.
Shit,
Miami.
Oh, whoa.
Possibly. It's not. It's just something they've been talking about right now. So, yeah. Wow. Number two, San Jose is in the news for a dope reason.
What?
Really?
What's my city in this news for?
San Jose State has taken the title of world's largest mobile kitchen away from Florida State University. So it is a 69-foot long truck on a trailer. The kitchen itself, so it's in the middle of the trailer. Mm-hmm. There's a 16-foot retractable jumbotron screen that's set up so that way they can play the live sporting events, most likely the football games,
right?
Because it's around there.
San Jose State is getting better though, football wise.
I mean, it's called the Powerhouse Kitchen.
I think I heard about that.
So this is the kitchen, or that's the trailer right there. This is the fucking kitchen.
Holy shit!
Wow,
this motherfucker is beautiful.
Silicon Valley, baby. That's the Silicon Valley right there. You people can't see it, but that's what you do when you come out here to the Silicon Valley, baby.
No, dead, like for real. For real.
That technology shit.
Yeah. For fucking real, man.
If we stay in the Bay Area, man, I said this once every week. I always talk about it, but Euphoria, the HBO show with Zendaya, I'm telling you guys right now, Zendaya is going to get an Emmy or a Golden Globe for this. I am telling you, the episode this past week, I was just like, just give her the fucking Emmy.
I heard she turns out to be a crackhead. Is that true?
Nah, she's like addicted. She's addicted to drugs. She's not a crackhead yet.
Somebody was trolling that.
Man,
they're like, she's
sounds
gonna
like
win an
crackhead.
award for being a crackhead.
Pretty much,
like,
yeah. She's getting close. She's getting close to it in the end. To see, like, she's trying to get off it and shit. Like, she's addicted. She's addicted to drugs and shit. But it's a great show, and she's going to get an Emmy, man. And there's a dude on there that looks like Rory. When you see him, you know. Whenever you watch
I like actors and actresses that take roles that are the complete opposite of who they are in real life. Like, none of us know Zendaya, but how she portrays herself, her image, she's a very positive person.
Yeah. Kind of
uplifting, goofy. That
kind of girl,
girl next door type.
Yeah, very, very mature for her.
So the fact I'm hearing she's playing an addict and she's playing it as if she were an addict.
Yeah,
like, a young addict. And she is showing her range, dog. Like, I was watching it, and it got to the point I was looking at her, and I'm like, "You're getting it's like one of those I want to chuck the Emmy at her head, like, here, motherfucker." And then she's getting critically.
TV.
I know. No. I mean, literally, if it goes to the TV, she could just catch it or whatever. But
do you see they're gonna do live Little Mermaid?
I've been that shit's been in the news for like forever.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah.
Well, now they're in the part of casting.
I thought they. Oh wow!
shit.
I thought they had. I thought Dakota Fanning was gonna be like the little Ariel and shit. I remember hearing about that.
So I need to look it up right now. They were talking about Ursula.
Oh, I heard about that. And they got what's her name? Not Rachel McAdams. Old girl. Fuck. She's in Bridesmaids. The white girl, fat white girl. You know,
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Shit.
Melissa McCarthy.
There you go. Yeah. And
That
Lizzo,
might work.
Lizzo was kind of pissed because she felt it should have been her because they felt Ursula was black. They feel Ursula's black or whatever, but whatever.
It don't matter to me.
I mean, she was great.
As long as you fit the part.
Exactly. Mulan.
But see, that's the thing. Being black just don't guarantee you that role. What if Lizzo can't act for shit?
Very
Yeah,
true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong. Like, she deserves to build her name and expand her brand. But
yeah,
if you're banking on somebody like Lizzo versus Melissa McCarthy, who that's a name in the film industry,
Right.
Like, you're gonna go with the name
For sure.
obviously. What else happened? Yeah, the Mulan. They announced that they're gonna take it a little bit more serious with the Mulan live action one, and they're not gonna put the Mushu's not gonna show up. Is that his name? Mushu? Not Mushu. The dragon.
Yeah.
Mushu.
Mushu. Okay, Mushu's not
man.
going to show up, and they're not going to be singing and dancing like in the cartoon. They're going to kind of take it serious.
Yeah, so it's gonna be like a movie.
Yeah, and the songs are going to still play in the background, but just like the instrumentals and
Interesting.
some people were mad about that. What happened?
Just got on SportsCenter said that DeMarcus Cousins has no market, even at the mid-level exception.
Ooh.
What the fuck?
He's going to funnel down till like the end of next week. Like when teams are dealing with teams that are buying out players, he's going to be signing for like literally the veterans minimum.
That's sad.
Shit.
That's fucked up.
Hey man, it could also be a blessing in disguise. This could be the year where he has to show his ass and show what he is. Mm-hmm. All he needs is
one shot.
All he needs is to average like 17-8, and then he gets a payday next year. Because next year, you think this offseason is amazing. Next year, all they're going to be talking about is basketball games. Because ain't shit happening in the offseason next year. All these niggas is tied up in their contracts. Nothing's popping off next offseason.
Well, yeah. Let's see. Something else happened. There's Zendaya, all that shit. Yeah, man. We're halfway done with this year, man. Look at the
Hell of a week.
I know, it'll be an anniversary.
Good ass.
It's also the anniversary of the podcast, bro.
Hey, shout out to you too. You're a part of it. We're ignoring you.
Yeah. I know. Came a long way.
You usually do. Shit.
Came a long way. Went from a woman evolved to a man. How you feel about that?
I don't even know how I'm supposed to. I'm supposed to feel about that.
Hey, it is Pride Week.
Honestly,
it was Pride.
Oh no, we're in July.
Oh yeah, we're in July now.
Yeah.
Well, but I was gonna say, technically, if you think about it, man or woman comes from woman.
Hey.
True. It works out, man.
Yeah, this is like what, 3 years now?
3 years.
Shit. Consistency, motherfucker. That's all you ask for. Consistency. Thank y'all for listening too.
You got it. Because you want a consistency? We're here.
We're here. Anyway, this is episode 1, the forte of the iLLogical Sense podcast. You can always hit me on the Twitter.
Hit me on Twitter.
I will be back at Mr. Busby 4 lowercase 08. You can follow the podcast at iLLogical SP. You can always follow us on Instagram at iLLogical Sense, and of course on the Facebook.
And of course on all my social media, JC No.
Again,
Again, this off-season time, I've been talking about sports on Twitter nonstop. So if this is the time you want to engage and just chop it up, this is the perfect time.
Do so.
Especially because if what happens comes to fruition and Kawhi announces he wants to play for the Lakers and that deal is done,
ooh,
fam.
yeah, he gonna come back. He gonna talk his shit, and I'll just shut up because he deserves all that. I mean, I won't say nothing.
It's petty coal until all of them leave the Lakers. That's what it is. I've already been putting up that the visual of me in the pool. And I've been adding the tampering intensified eyes to my eyes. And that shit, like, all right, it's on the horizon. As soon as KD left, I put that shit up. And I was like, you know what time it is. Even if Kawhi don't come,
yeah,
we still got 2, possibly the top 5 players in the league right now. So you know what time it is.
No, what about this? Oh, yeah, Spider-Man comes out this week, too.
you said that.
Said it again.
West Side Gun drops on Friday too.
You said that too.
I just wanted to remind people.
Damn.
Some things you just gotta remind people.
This is the
What'd
final.
you say? Because you ain't been reminding people of shit.
Nah, but what I will say is they better go stream this new song that I co-produced on called Zero Gravity by Dravenous. Stream that shit. And as usual, you can find me on all my social media at Beats Be Killing Them.
Yep.
And on every digital streaming platform, search Venomous, VNMS.
Yes, sir. Spider-Man comes out this week.
God damn it!
No, I'm just one more time. I'm gonna remind you. It's the final chapter. It's the final thing for
I
Phase
told you
3.
West Side Gun drops on Friday, right?
Yeah, that too, and Dream Chasers.
Yeah.
Oh, not Dream Chasers. Dreamville.
No, Stream Chasers 3.
Yeah, Dream Chasers 3.
Revenge of the Dreamers.
Revenge of the, I said Dream Chasers. That's what I said. You know,
They Dream Chasers too.
Or whatever. Same shit.
Niggas be dreaming.
Niggas be dreaming. It's like Knicks fans dreaming that they're gonna.
Nick fans definitely was dreaming.
They had a
damn.
dream. They had a dream until they woke up and Martin Luther King looked them in the eyes and said, "Someone told you a lie in that dream." Then you woke up again in reality.
It's an evil world we live in.
Anyway,
It is.
we out this bitch.
Peace.
Peace.